Hi. You did get a little... Oh, wait, I have to turn desktop audio on. Hold on.
Oh, shit.
Okay, people can hear you now on stream.
Hi, stream. That was good because my intro wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. So now I can do it again. I can do a better one. Wait, shit, that was my intro now.
That was still
Well,
probably better.
I better. What are we? Let me like look at current. I don't know. I'll just. I don't know what we're doing right now. I don't know which match to start with. I mean, I guess let's just. I'll do the housekeeping. It's hi, welcome to week 2 of MFL. It's I'm not organized right now. I literally got done eating dinner and then immediately like got my laptop open and I'm like, boop, 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 boop. But you know how it is. Do you think we should do Eve first? Eve, would you like that? Eve, would you enjoy that? Be first in line for being for existing. All right, let's do that because I just don't want to. You know how it is with time zones. I want to be nice. I don't want to be mean. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about you, Lilly, really quickly. So yeah, this was a funny game. Let's like also grab. Gotta grab Lilly's battle theme here. The stump pump stuff. Fuck, forgot it was that.
Check it out now. Sump pump stuff.
YouTube's not gonna be cool to us, right? Okay, it's being nice. Is this too loud?
It's too loud. I can barely hear you over it.
How's this?
That's better.
Alright. Actually, I'll probably just turn it down on my end a little bit. I like it being quieter. And let's make sure the sound is off on this. Yeah, off. Music off, at least. It's not off. Alright. You versus Lilly. So
this is a match I have not seen. So you get the Togekiss Deoxys lead. Ooh, the big knockoff. That's upsetting. You never want to see that. Turn 1. Lilly's definitely going with...
Yeah, I want to mention just huge roll moment there. That was probably max roll into min roll. That's 52% into 46%. So the Deoxys barely lived. I think Lilly was trying to sack the Deoxys there.
Yeah.
Because obviously it's probably way better for Lilly if the Deoxys just fucking dies there, but yeah, it's Lilly just clicks the Psycho Boost and it does not quite kill Togekiss. Goes off the Heat Wave. I guess that was a hedge against like Cart.
Yeah, the Suicide Deoxys lead is probably wise. I mean, that's what Deoxys Speed does.
Yeah.
The trick is very interesting.
Yeah, so it takes away Finny's Scarf. This is like the Scarf is like not Tommy Scarfing now. I'm kind of curious if Moonblast would have killed there. It is quite a bit stronger than Scald, but I assume the Scald was a hedge against a potential like Tank Growth or something switch in like to try maybe get a burn.
Yeah.
Or wait, no, not a burn. This is Misty Terrain. Just I don't know. It was a hedge against something. It was hedge against Ho maybe.
It was a hedge to pour water.
But yeah, Scarf is gone. So now this is also Togekiss being fast. This is Serene Grace Togekiss with a Choice Scarf clicking Air Slash, which is scary. That's scary mode. So let's see the response. Finny stays
1
there.
flinch. 2 flinch. Well, we
Air
won't
Slash
know.
miss.
We won't know if that flinched.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't have flinched because it would have killed. That was another thing. We got the calc on that after the game. That would have killed. Lilly needed that Air Slash miss.
That's really funny.
For Cart to do its job here. But yeah.
And Cart is just straight up faster than Scarf Kiss.
Yeah, well, this is Scarf Cart. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then we see Sub go up.
And now Ho-Oh is going for the big calm mind.
Yeah.
Oh no, Zygote. Zygote setting up in front of fucking Ho-Oh.
And the power construct activates. Just DDing twice.
The Hurricane missed too. Oh god. The luck is just not in Eve's favor right now. The double Hurricane miss. And now here comes Thousand Arrows. Zygarde's special technique.
Not even. Lilly's and Eve's ahead at this point. Or, oh wait, no. I thought this was a DD. Sorry. I actually made a mistake. But, first of all, I really want to shout out Celebrity Gorilla. I really like that. It's homosexuals. But also, I just want everybody to feel themselves for this turn. There's a coming turn at least. This is important. Keep your eyes peeled.
Here it comes. Here it comes. The Skitter Smack. Oh my god. What the fuck does Skitter Smack even do, dog? I need to like look up this move right now.
So yeah, it is a let's put it on this like screen like so Skitter Smack, if you're not aware, which is fair, it was added in it was one of the DLC moves in Gen 8. It's 70 power, 90 accuracy bug move. And it's a guaranteed special attack lower.
It's not a DLC move. Also, it's in the base game. They just added it as a TM.
I thought it was one of the Isle of Armor tutor moves. Well.
Oh, you right. It was Isle of Armor. I like saw Gen 9 DLC and I was like, it wasn't in that.
No, I was talking about like Gen 8 DLC. Yeah.
Yeah, this is not a good enough move to have 90 accuracy.
Not really, but it's pretty good against Tangrowth here. Fucking his like smackers. So like, a couple interesting things about this situation. For one, this Tangrowth, the like special attack was meant to break substitutes with Grass Knot on Zygarde complete, but it has had its special attack lowered because of Skitter Smack. So Skitter Smack no longer breaks subs. It's doing 22% there, you see. So Skitter Smack's secondary effect also mattered. It wasn't just the type.
Yeah.
And Leech doesn't work through it. And now Zygarde's just gonna fuck around, like...
yeah, Lilly knows she has the advantage.
He just DDs again instead of clicking a button.
Yeah, she's going for endgame. She doesn't give a fuck. She knows that, like... What the fuck can you do in this situation? Your best Zygarde answer just got completely fucked by the goofiest move possible.
Yeah.
And here comes Celebrity Gorilla to take one more hit. Shout out to Thousand Arrows being, like, the best move in the game, by the way.
Yeah, shouts out to that.
Can you pull up, like, the power for Thousand Arrows real quick?
I can pull up Thousand. It's a 90 base power move. It hits flying type. Even if it's a ground move. It's fucking epic.
Basically, if you think you're safe from Thousand Arrows, no. Nope.
Not really. Unless you're Orthworm.
That is true. That is true. Shout out Orthworm the GOAT.
I'm still in Chimp Dinner Discord on another device. What the fuck? Wait, I need to leave the call. I thought I was unmuted and I was just fucking. Okay. Sorry about that. But yeah. Fucking Skitter Smack, man. And I want to mention also, like, you see Hazel, like, but it's like, Hazel's in the chat, like, Sauzels, like, she fucking prepped Lilly for this, and, like, Skitter Smack is her idea, and, like, I think it was, like, Faye said out loud in the call, like, is there anything that does Tangrowth have anything to deal with, or does Zygarde have anything to deal with Tangrowth? And Hazel just started giggling, and Hazel was just wildly giggling while fucking Zygarde was in front of Tangrowth, and just broke out laughing really hard with Skitter Smack because it's just such a goofy move. It's a Mickey Mouse move, but
it really is.
In a very specific situation it was in. It was perfect. So yeah, like, I think like. I think Hazel was like not around right now, so we have Eve talk about her team. Like I don't think Hazel are there, but we have Eve talk about her team first. Yeah, like, so might speak.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah,
So, I kind of got scared, really.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to be the one to say it, but you
yeah, I mean, it's just the truth, isn't it?
You got
So
smacked.
I think I had some ideas that are pretty good on this team.
Yeah.
That didn't get to see the light of day because of this Skitter Smack incident.
Yeah.
So essentially my whole plan, like, I knew Zygarde was really quite fucking good. So I had a lot of things that were very much intended to be like, okay, this is a Zygarde check.
Yeah.
But I think what happened is I didn't quite like realize that, like, I was preparing a lot more defensive Zygarde, like a Coil Zygarde, where really the big threat was Dragon Dance, and like, I was thinking Tangrowth would be good enough because I just didn't think about Skitter Smack. I just didn't fucking know that move existed. Like,
yeah,
I didn't fucking think to check if Zygarde learned this extremely niche, fairly new bug move that exists. That's under the usually useless move categories of Pokemon Showdown Team Builder. So
yeah, and you just think, like, I don't know, like, it's so easy to expect just, oh, it'll be mono attacking Zygarde. But like,
yeah, or like Thousand Arrows, Dragon Tail, or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but like,
yes.
I guess we can like talk about some of the team specifics.
Yeah. Like, Zygarde should reasonably only have things that annoy Tangrowth, but instead it has things that hurt it and maim it and basically make it die.
Things that skitter on it, like...
Yeah.
So
we
this
have
is...
Hurricane. I said Hurricane instead of Hoa. That's where my mind went. So.
I mean, that's what it did, really. That's what happened.
Quite come in. Can't quite come in clutch like Tangrowth can.
No, not really.
Can't quite hit those Hurricanes the same way Tangrowth hits Power Whips. It's just not good in that sense. And you know, it's worth mentioning, like, sorry, I was saying, like, it's worth mentioning, like Lilly got so lucky with those Hurricane misses and with the air slash miss. It was really brutal.
I'm not even sure how much the air slash miss really mattered in the grand scheme of things, but it would at least would have been nice for my differential.
Better differential for sure. The Hurricane misses definitely mattered.
I decided like a sub CM kind of thing, because a Fizz Def sub CM, because I realized actually if I go full Fizz Def, it actually takes quite a lot before Zygarde it takes quite a lot of investment for Zygarde 1,000 Arrows to actually break my sub there.
Yeah.
And 1,000 Arrows doesn't have its grounding effect until it actually hits the Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like it'll hit a flying type in a substitute, but it won't actually ground them until it hits them out of a substitute.
So I want to break down a little bit about 1,000 Arrows really quickly for the people at home. It's like, because it's a fucking confusing move. So like 1,000 Arrows is a ground type move that does the effect of smackdown. So it brings them down to the ground to flying types. Turn 1, if you are a flying type hit by 1,000 Arrows, it is always a like pre-smackdown. If you are a flying type hit by 1,000 Arrows, it will always hit neutral. This is really important to note because it will hit neutral on things that would otherwise resist. This is something we found out, but yeah, Shaman Sky. If Shaman Sky gets hit by 1,000 Arrows, despite being a grass flying type, it'll take neutral damage. It's not 1,000 Arrows resist until it gets smacked down, which is fucked up.
And by the same token, Ho-Oh will become weak to 1,000 Arrows after it gets smacked down.
Yeah, but
which is why I felt like sub was a good idea here.
Yeah,
and it also this kind of, if it hit, this coverage would have been quite good against Lilly's roster.
Yeah,
just this stab coverage.
I mean, Fire Flying is just very good coverage.
Yeah,
it hits.
It's just flying type moves, special flying type moves that there aren't many.
Yeah, the worst part about Hurricane is that it's like, it's almost like Focus Blast adjacent in that it's like really strong, but also the accuracy is so bad, but sometimes you really just gotta bring it. You gotta roll those dice sometimes.
The speed was for like, I think it was for outspeed uninvested Zygarde 50, I think.
Yeah.
Which is also kind of another symptom of me way over preparing for defensive Zygarde and not nearly preparing enough for the offensive, but you know. Dialga here. This is a pretty normal Dialga. Presses Draco Meteor, presses Ice Beam to hit Zygarde because Misty Terrain reduces the power of
of dragon moves. It has the power.
Yeah, so Zygarde becomes neutral to Dragon under Misty Terrain.
Yeah, which means it takes call.
Yeah. Roar would have been useful if I had the opportunity to actually outspeed it. And this was a EV to outspeed Zygarde complete.
Yeah.
But obviously Dragon Dance. Stealth Rock.
Yeah.
This is a normal Dialga. Yeah.
It's pretty normal. Leftovers.
Would have done some nice things against Finny as well. It doesn't hate Finny. No, it actually does hate Finny. I'm an idiot.
Yeah. We have Chomp here.
Yeah, this is like 3 attacks, kind of weird, sort of offensive Chomp with spikes.
Yeah.
This is just like, I mean, I wanted something to kind of, I wanted Flamethrower on it because of Kartana, basically.
Yeah.
Just that. And also, no, not Xrossed Steel, what am I saying? But like Spikes felt really good against Lilly's roster, just because so many things are grounded. And like, so many things don't have particularly reliable recovery. Tangrowth, this is a normal Tangrowth.
Yeah, special attack is for.
Yeah,
special attack was basically, it was like the break. I mean, it was specifically to break Zygarde subs, right?
Yeah, if it didn't get smacked, it would always break Zygarde sub with Grass Knot.
Yeah.
Yeah, poor Tangrowth went from like the MVP last game to being the guy who basically, because of one move, single-handedly fucked the game.
Well, no, here's the thing. Because Tangrowth is the GOAT, you had to fucking delve into the usually useless moves in order to specifically kill Tangrowth. Tangrowth, like, it's not that Tangrowth was like bad in this game. It's that Tangrowth was fucking targeted.
Yeah, that's true.
Zygarde wanted to target everyone. Zygarde wanted to kill the whole team, and Tangrowth was just in the way. It's an noble sacrifice, really. I'm still a Tangrowth fan.
You know what? I respect your glass half full mentality, because I'm looking at it half empty right now.
Alright, yeah.
I'm sorry.
It was nice to kind of make sure I could do something against steel types.
Yeah.
Specs Togekiss. Kind of the only Pokemon that did anything this game.
Yeah.
And
it didn't even do anything with choice specs.
Yeah, it didn't do anything with choice specs. I decided my item on it was it was the least valuable item on the team, I think. At that point. Maybe I should have let Dialga, but whatever. I don't know why. Whatever. It's still ended up fine, but like, yeah, this is just like, again, over preparing for defensive Zygarde. But I mean, I didn't actually have enough speed to outspeed this space. I forget. No, wait, because Zygarde 50 is faster, yeah, so it probably did.
No.
But yeah, it kind of hits Zygarde quite hard with Dazzling Gleam. Like, Air Slash is good. Fucking Specs Air Slash at things. It can trick Specs onto things that like probably don't want it, or just like use trick steal items, which is nice for me there. It's just a regular good Pokemon. And then this Cyclizar set, this was my removal for this game because I felt like I could get. There was a chance of me getting like kind of screwed by Hazardly Deoxys, so I wanted something like this. So this is Eject Pack Draco Meteor, which was kind of part of my plan for Zygarde to Draco Meteor it, Eject Pack into something like Togekiss or Dialga, and then it can't just keep the momentum going on it really. Yeah. T-Bolt to lure Tapu Fini and get some chip on it. Fast Taunt is nice. Yeah. This is also quite a normal kind of set.
Yeah.
Mr. Dialga, kill him!
Yeah, I don't know. Overall, how do you feel about that game? I know, you got hacks a bit, but you also got skittered on.
Yeah, I got hacks a bit. I got skittered on. I'm not sure how much preparation I'm not sure how long it would have taken me to realize Skit Smack existed. I'm not sure if that was ever on my mind at any point.
You needed to that was something you would have needed to talk to WAFFLOES to learn.
God, that really is like a WAFFLOES ass move.
Fucking baddie bad type move.
Baddie bad. But yeah.
I do think it is unfortunate how much you did get hacks. I do think because of the way Zygarde went, it wouldn't have changed the game other than your differential. I think we already kind of came to that conclusion, but
hitting every Hurricane on Zygarde would have been huge because I think I could have killed it if I hit every Hurricane.
Yeah, the first Hurricane miss. Yeah, I think the first Hurricane miss was the most important hacks of the game. The second Hurricane miss honestly wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, it sucked, but it wasn't as huge.
Yeah.
The first Hurricane miss kind of did suck.
You know what? That is
would have
true.
Nearly died there.
That is true.
Honestly,
it would have nearly died.
That min roll, I honestly think that min roll on the Deoxys was also kind of huge.
Yeah.
Just because it meant I had to get a Psycho Boost on that, and that was that meant I really I felt like I just couldn't really use that Togekiss for much else.
Yeah.
It just wasn't healthy enough, and it was taking Rock's chip.
Yeah. I admire the fact that even though you got hacks to shit, you still kept firm and was yeah, this is gonna be the game. You didn't go for hey Lilly, can we do best of 3? I got really fucked up.
Yeah.
I respect that.
I should have done that just because I knew Hazel was prepping Lilly.
Oh yeah.
Right. Oh man, I shouldn't go into this now. It's just that's how I lost last league to Hazel. Because Hazel asked for a best of 3 after getting hacked by me.
Dude, my controls are not. It's not letting me use it. Oh, there we go. Now it's working. Weird.
But yeah, I don't think my team is that bad. I think it was a lot of just unfortunate knowledge gaps, unfortunate luck.
Yeah.
Happens. It's Pokemon. I was lucky last week. I paid for it this week.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
and we played well.
Unfortunately, now I will say my favorite guy was Togekiss because obviously, I will say unfortunately this week Tangrowth is the most wanted criminal. They all wanted him dead. They wanted to kill him, maim him, and destroy him. They would do anything it took. And you know what? I think you're right. It's not entirely Tangrowth's fault, but he always had that target on his head. He just didn't know it. He had, like, the entire, like, underground, like, mob scene. Like, he had a fucking bounty on his head for $1 million, to the point where anyone would do anything it takes, even if they had to engage in Looney Tunes knowledge. Or nonsense. So, unfortunately, for this week, Tangrowth, you are the world's most wanted criminal.
I will accept that. I will accept that on Tangrowth's behalf.
Alright, so, yeah, like,
Yeah, I need to, thank you. I'm going to retreat to a hidden bunker with an unknown location so I can get Tangrowth's life.
Salute. Salute. The police are gonna be going to your location soon. Although they're the British police, so they're gonna be like, alright, what's all this then?
Yeah, it's gonna be the fucking, like, Buckingham Palace guards, the cats, they're gonna come in. But then they're gonna hit their heads on the doorway, and they're gonna eat, and it's all gonna be a mess. Anyways, I'm gonna bring Hazel on to talk about Lilly's team a bit.
Hi.
Well, first, real quick, thank you, mememixtape, for the 10 bits with the giant salute.
Giant salute, yeah.
I wish that Better Twitch.tv had that. Anyways, go on.
So, yeah. This is the man of the hour, and I can preempt, like, I can preempt Morgan's favorite Pokemon because I know it's this.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's not.
Yeah.
It's everybody's favorite.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, obviously the star of the show here was Skittersmack. Like, I missed the live reaction to that. I will have to go back and watch this VOD later, but so yeah, I mean, I was preparing Lilly over the course of a few days, and we were just like, I was thinking like sub-glare at first, but then we were like talking about like Misty Terrain shit and how it would be very good to have for shit like Sacred Fire and like reducing dragon damage and stuff. So, and then we just like kind of gradually realized, no, Dragon Dance Zygarde is actually going to be like really good here, except Tangrowth is a big problem. And I was just like looking through the moves, and I was like, I just like sent a picture of Skittersmack, and we just like didn't talk about it for a while. Because it's fucking Skittersmack. I sent it as a joke, whatever. And we like we're working on the rest of the team, so like saying, okay, like Scarf Kartana is probably gonna be able to knock off a lot of important items, because that's kind of scary for a lot of guys, and like Ho-Oh or Tangrowth is gonna like switch in on that and get important items knocked off of them. It's like, yeah, it was Scarf for like Spectre emergencies.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think, yeah, basically it makes sense. Yeah, when I first started prepping Lilly, the like one thing she had like so far is just like, oh, I want Feeny. Which, yeah, makes sense. It's a good Pokemon, it's a good matchup. Yeah, Feeny just kind of,
I'm pretty sure Eve said like something to me like while prepping, like or not while prepping, but like while we were working on her like on her roster, like while me and Eve were talking about like what to draft next, right? Like, for Eve, like so we colluded just a bit. And like she was like, yeah, it feels like I get owned by, I'm like pretty sure she said like, it feels like I get owned by water fairy types specifically.
It's a good type.
It's a good type.
So yeah, Lilly just kind of built that Feeny. Trick Scarf seemed good for various reasons.
Yeah. Lilly did inform me that after that on both air slashes, Lilly was attempting to scarf trick the scarf back to herself.
Yeah.
Which is real. I would have done the same thing, even though I know it was bad. I just would have done the same thing. I know I would have.
It is funny. Yeah, I mean, she should have switched into the Arceus Steel against Togekiss at some point, which I never noticed is named Arceus Fying. It's pretty good. Just saying, kind of wondering about Scarfini, since that could take out Tangrowth or Ho-Oh. I was saying, like, Aegislash would be the other, like, switch into Finny, and that also would hate Scarf. So, yeah. I think it was named something slightly, like, Fying.
Yeah.
Last time. I do like just Fying. And then we had Mandibuzz that just kind of checks a lot of things. Spectre.
It's fucking Mandibuzz, and this is like a normal ass Mandibuzz.
This is the most normal Mandibuzz, yeah. 16 speed was 4. I wrote it down. Oh yeah, neutral nature Azumarill.
That's awesome.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
And then Jackson speed, this is like a pretty fucking normal like lead set, but just like with kind of specialized EVs.
Yeah, I think we were thinking like it probably wouldn't be always great as a lead, because since this team can't really instantly take out Arceus Dark.
Yeah.
So just kind of, yeah. 92 timid was for oh yeah, if Scarf got tricked onto a max timid Dialga, then
that's funny fucking
yeah.
I mean, if it just was Scarf Dialga. I mean, that's not
right. Yeah, that's not an unreasonable thing. Yeah,
I think it's funnier to imagine it's only for the trick.
Yep. It's a more whimsical world to imagine.
Yeah, Arceus Steel set. I mean, Ice Beam Earth Power is strong. Takes care of Steel types. Tangrowth. Toxic hits Moltres, or not Moltres, Ho-Oh, because it's not affected by the terrain. And also if the terrain gets like defogged away, whatever. Because at one point this set did have, it was like defog Earthquake.
Yeah.
And then recover.
Yeah.
148.
Yeah, it's fucking fast. Also.
Yeah, 148 plus special attack. Arceus Steel Earth Power is a guaranteed 2-hit KO after Stealth Rock on 252 Zero Dialga. That was just kind of a random, like,
a random benchmark. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just go for those random benchmarks on art, because sometimes it really can make a difference.
And then 232 speed was for Garchomp.
Yeah.
Which Ice Beam also just murders. A couple details I forgot to like ask Lilly about at any like we never talked about Toxic on Kartana. I assume that's just for a switch in of a Ho-Oh that's already knocked off.
Best coverage move in the game.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Leaf Blade was Smart Strike for a bit. And I asked her, she's like, oh, it's for Togekiss, and I didn't really know what else goes on there. And I'm like, oh yeah, Leaf Blade hits a couple things, and then she like got confused a bit because she forgot Kartana was Grass type.
It doesn't exactly look it.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's made of paper though, so
paper's grass.
Paper is grass. I never asked about 216 attack specifically on Zygarde, but I just figured it was fine.
Probably, it probably did something.
Yeah, and leaving a little room for bulk is good. 176 speed was outcreeps a Spectre that's creeping Arceus, and she was just like, yeah, that's good enough.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's fine. At +1, of course. Yeah, sub DD, 1000 arrows, Skid Smack was just kind of the big thing here.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked a lot about Pokemon that did not get sent out of their Pokeball. But, yeah, like...
Oh, hi, dog.
Yeah. I mean, like...
Shout out to Skitter Smack.
Shout out to fucking Skitter Smack. Best move in the game. Oh, yeah, I forgot to finish like my story about like adding Skitter Smack, because like I mentioned it, and then it was like we just like both ignored it, and then the next day we were just like looking more at Zygarde, and I'm just like, I think we might just fucking genuinely use Skitter Smack on. And I'm just like looking at stuff, and I like realized that if Tangrowth was like neutral, like no special attack investment Giga Drain, then after a Skitter Smack, it would take 3 Giga Drains to break a sub.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Which was just really, really funny. And it was, it was the play.
It just made sense.
It just made sense. Fred fucks.
Fred fucks?
Yeah.
Your desktop showed.
Oh.
For a little bit.
Anyways, anyways, like, I think that probably wraps it up. Like, next time, like, 20 team, Skitter Smack Gaming. See ya.
Shout out to Zygarde. Yeah, it's not a contest. It really is the Zygote.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, like it's fucking. It had Skitter Smack. It used the move Skitter Smack. Anyways.
Man, something else is gonna have to happen that's like crazy this week. Otherwise, Zygarde is the thumbnail.
Yeah, but we have Tristana and Joan here, so let's do this battle. Wait, we need.
I need to remember to call mememixtape Joan. I just keep calling her mememixtape.
I mean, that's fine. That's the username. That's what she requested to put on the sheet. I just
You can't say that, Faye.
It's like it's easier for me to say Joan as a commentator, as a stream speaker. It's easier for me to say Joan, and that's all. That's why I say it. So yeah. Hi Faye. Anyways, let's pull up the Maggle theme, the Bubble theme.
It's not too sexual. I don't know. I didn't want anything sexual about Zygarde.
Kind of.
Come.
Anyways, so yeah, let's get this going.
Alright, so I've not seen this game either. I actually, spoiler alert, I knew about the Skitter Smack shenanigans. So the Darkrai lead immediately leaving. Momentum is in Joan's favor. Here comes fucking Pescatarian again. Doing his thing. Doing a nice 53%. But then Palkia says, I don't give a fuck. And starts giving the middle finger, motherfucker.
So yeah, what I want to say, what I want to say here is the Chi-Yu was Scarf, but the Palkia was also Scarf. Chi-Yu was Scarf Modest, Palkia was Scarf Timid, so Palkia won.
Yeah, that's gaming. That's gaming.
So, That's just worth noting. It would have been a speed tie otherwise, because they're both base 100.
Yeah, I mean, you have to have something for Chi-Yu. And here
comes in, like, expecting water move, but just takes a toxic volt switch chip.
Hits Gliscor with a fat overheat. Gliscor does start doing Poison Heal, though, and you know what they say about Gliscor and Poison Heal. You'll never kill him, except right now. He died. Now here comes the Sword Swallower.
He's got plus one attack, but I can just put it on the screen.
The Willow into Zacian is very good. Zacian fucking hates that shit. I mean, even at 3.5 attack, that's barely over what it would have been doing after +1.
75% only, like, at fucking plus a million, like...
Yeah.
Yeah, like, Extreme Killer does extremely kill.
Yeah, so you always gotta be wary of Extreme Killer.
Tusk... Oh yeah, no.
Joan is in a very bad spot currently, but sends out the crest.
Mid-game, like, late-game rocks, and Psychic Fangs break screens. Just a reminder. Psychic Fangs break screens.
Yeah.
If you didn't know. For all the gamers who did not know. And then, okay, this is a funny scenario. So, if you know Healing Wish mechanics, you might be confused here. It was Healing Wish + Lunar Dance. The Crest used Lunar Dance, and normally, after Gen 8, Normally, after Gen 8, the Healing Wish is basically supposed to be banked, right? So if it goes to a Pokemon at full health, then Healing Wish is supposed to just stay there until the next Pokemon in line that has not full health comes in. Like, that's how Healing Wish works post Gen 8. However, Lunar Dance has an additional effect to Healing Wish. It's not a one-to-one clone. Lunar Dance also restores PP. Because Arceus had used 1 extreme speed, it means that despite being at full health, Lunar Dance activated to restore a single extreme speed PP instead of banking for the Rotom.
Womp womp.
And that's why it's kind of a weird looking hover over. If you look at it, it just says extreme speed there because it's back to full PP, but it's been revealed. But yeah, just a funny situation. We were all confused about that. We all had to, like, look into it to, like, figure it out. We thought it genuinely might be like a glitch.
Joan, you should have asked me for advice because I'm the only geek who knew how Lunar Dance worked. I knew that was gonna happen. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They all led you astray. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Brick Break. Fat Brick Break. Fat Flare Blitz, though. Almost kills Arc, though. But Extreme Killer does Extreme Killer things.
Yeah. That should have been... Yeah. So...
Palkia's out, but...
Helmet. Yeah, so I was gonna say, that was a misplay in terms of differential, because Tristana just, like, threw out the Palkia for kind of no reason, forgetting that, oh yeah, wait, this is a Helmet Tusk for a reason, like...
Yeah.
We need to bring it in. It'll, like, the helmet damage will kill you here on an E-speed, so... Minor misplay, just pointing it out, but it's fine.
It's not fine. Tristana will be arrested after this stream.
And then that was a huge attempted call out on Bulk, like fearing a hyper beam. What the fuck? Fearing a potentially fearing a Hydro Pump, but just stays in, clicks CC.
Yeah. Tristana had the momentum, so it was probably best to just make the safe play. But
yeah.
All things considered, not a bad played game by either side. I think that Tristana had the builder advantage.
Yeah.
And I think that was the tipping factor.
Yeah. Like, I don't think the Lunar Dance was really a linchpin of the game, honestly. Like, I think that Tristana would have won without the Lunar Dance, but it was kind of sad.
Yeah, I mean, the main thing with Lunar Dance really was, like, it would have been good for Rotom, and that's about it. At the point it was used in the game, anyways. It is true it could have been brought out sooner.
Yeah, and the screen's mistake was big. Like, the not thinking about the fact that Metagross might bring not only Psychic Fangs, but also Brick Break. It brought 2 screens breaking moves. And we weren't even thinking about... I'll spoil that me and Tristana were not even thinking about screens going up in that game at all. We just wanted the coverage, right? Just the stab and the coverage. So yeah, I'll pull up Tristana here. We can talk about Tristana's team real quick. Blah blah blah. My mouse is not working. Oh,
hello.
Hi. So yeah, we got this stuff.
Yeah, this team was really fun to build, I think.
Yeah. We put a lot of guys together here.
Yeah. We were really scared of Extreme Killer. I mean, we're gonna say that about every Uber Duper probably, but God.
It's a monster, man.
Yeah.
It's so fucking strong.
I want to say immediately, one of the things we pitched for dealing with Extreme Killer was imprison Arceus.
Yeah, we were legitimately, there was a version of this team that did have, like, it was like imprison E-Speed something, like imprison E-Speed Earthquake or some shit like that, like,
yeah,
just to fucking say no, just to say no, sorry.
And like sword stance, just in case as well.
Yeah, imprison sword stance. You want to know something? Yeah, we do want to know something.
I absolutely want to know something.
Well, like, fucking, I'm so curious. I'm dead.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Oh, really?
Scared of Earthworm. And to be fair, Earthworm was a fucking nightmare the first game, so it's understandable.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, so, but eventually we went with a more kind of, I guess, standard defensive arc, which ended up actually really working out.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Like, Wisp was huge for that game.
Yeah, I think if we didn't run the Wisp, the Zacian would have absolutely run the team over.
Yeah, or it would have just made a ton of progress before getting killed.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, so, yeah, we had the Tusk. Like, I think one of the first things I said was, I think we bring Helmet Tusk. Like, I think we bring Helmet Tusk because, like, it's so.
It deals
like
with extreme speed, and also there's a lot of physical going on.
Yeah. It's like the only real contact punish that, like, option that you really had, and, like, it is so it is like pretty good at dealing with just like extreme killer. Like, it takes the hits well. It has a very high defense stat and very good HP.
Yeah, it had enough hits
and then,
to. I think it was able to take enough hits that if it was only taking extreme speeds, it would have killed the Arceus at the same time on the last hit or something like that.
It was taking enough hits. Like,
yeah,
it was and CC was there too, which obviously threatens Arceus normal. But like, you know, otherwise, like, pretty normal set. Knockoff was good. Rabbit's been good. Earthquake. Can't remember why it was Earthquake over Headlong. Doesn't really matter. It's not important.
Yeah.
That might have been a reason. There might not have been. It's really easy to just type Earthquake into the builder and forget Headlong Rush exists sometimes.
I mean, it might also.
Your brain is. Your brain is adjusted to 10,000 years of, oh wait, Earthquake is really good. I'm gonna just type in Earthquake.
Yeah.
I mean, Earthquake does have zero downsides to it, really. Yeah. I think it might just be as simple as, like, Earthquake probably did sufficient damage, and, like, you know, it has no downsides, so why not?
EQ is probably better on this in general, because it wasn't offensive, and, like, so it didn't really like the defense drops. It's just CC is the only real reasonable stab for fighting. But yeah. Anyways, Canyon here, I think, was also a really early idea.
Yeah,
I think these might have basically been in order of idea. Like,
it essentially is, yeah.
We wanted to Let's check Chiyu, because obviously that thing's a fucking nightmare.
That thing clicks overheat and it wins the game, so...
Yeah. So, like, AV Volcanion is, like, the most specially bulky thing here, and it resists the fire moves. And then we had body press. It has, like, body press for coverage, so it could just, like, I don't know, sit on the fucking Chiyu for a second and kill it.
Yeah. Good for getting around the big special defense, too, so...
Yeah, I think instead of bringing like, I think like we decided that we're looking at it and it's like, oh yeah, wait, Earth Power is like useless against this team, basically, like or whatever, like the other like Sludge Wave and stuff like that. The Volcanion, the stock Volcanion coverage was kind of useless, so you just like overheat as like a second stab, like as like second fire option made sense.
Yeah.
This defense, like this amount of defense, was something for it was something for Zacian Crown, I think. Like I was doing like the EVs mostly. Like I think it was like let me pull it up because I definitely like typed it in the chat, like Zacian, like yeah, it was to make it made the 44 defense made Zacian +1 Zacian Crown play rough a 4-hit KO.
Damn.
So it was doing double duty. It was like a potential extra like Zacian check as well, because obviously the fire moves hit it. So it could have potentially done a lot if like Chiyu hadn't died early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It still did enough though. The overheat was massive, so.
Yeah. Palkia was. This is just we just like Scarf Palkia. I think I just said like yeah, Scarf Palkia seems good.
Yeah.
I like honestly fucking forgot that Palkia learns Trick. It's kind of a weird Pokemon to learn Trick, but I guess it makes sense also. It feels weird to me anyway. I don't know.
And Trick Scarf is always fun.
It's not much of a trickster. But, you know, like Trick's always good to have as like an off ramp for your Scarf, and then like Palkia buttons.
I mean, thematically in the name, it doesn't make sense. But I always imagined it was like warping the space or something like that.
Yeah, the animation is like a ball and cup trick. Like you're putting the items under cups and swapping around.
Yeah.
In the game, anyways. You know, like. Yeah, I don't know. This is just max, because like if we look at it, it's like Chiyu is base 100, and then like Kyurem Black is like right under it, so there's no real room to like be going a little slower on the Scarf, just go fast.
Yeah,
still.
And it worked out. I'm pretty
yeah,
sure,
thankfully that Chiyu was modest, so there's no speed tie, but you know, it was this Metagross is pretty cool.
Metagross does Metagross things.
It's got Metagross buttons. It was 248 speed. I think that it was 248 adamant though, because I think that beat the base 95s. I think that was like beating Gliscor, Kyurem Black. 248 adamant, but it's still really strong.
Yeah.
Tristana has a lot of Pokemon that are just like really strong. Not even like boosters. They're just kind of wall breakers that don't even like need to have an item. They just kind of click buttons and like you're like, what the fuck? Why is this so strong? It's like Palkia and Metagross, Mega Metagross. It's pretty epic. Big Break and Psychic Fangs, like as I mentioned, the screens were not a thought. We never said the word screens in our entire fucking like DM.
No.
It just happened to work out nicely, but two screen breaking moves. Brick Break was just like Brick Break was strong enough. It hit like the same thresholds as like Hammer Arm, but it doesn't have the speed drop, and it's 100% accurate. And then Psychic Fang's just a good fucking stab move. Like I think I was like looking at coverage options for like Rotom Wash or something, and I looked at Psychic Fangs and I was like, oh wait, this is doing like 60% because Metagross is that guy.
Yeah, I think Mega Metagross Psychic Fangs might be one of my new favorite buttons to press. So
yeah. It got Psychic Fangs just in DLC, like Scarlet Violet DLC. It's cool, but it's like a new move, but it's like it's his new baby. It's his new favorite.
It's his new favorite, and it works
more
so
fun
well.
like than Zen Headbutt. overall.
Man, Zen Headbutt is like maybe the most cringe move that is just fine. Something about Zen Headbutt, like, theoretically, it's like 80 power, okay, that's not terrible. 90 accuracy, flinch chance, okay. And yet, for some reason, it also being Psychic type, like, all those traits together just make it a fucking cringe move.
It.
Clicking
it.
Yeah.
Like,
doesn't feel good to click.
It feels bad, actively.
It's Psychic Fangs. Psychic Fangs is more evocative. I don't know. Cooler. Anyways, enough about that. I'm gonna go shut out. This fucking Darkrai came out. It like was the lead and didn't, and then like it just like left against Rotom.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would have probably just nasty plotted in front of the Rotom, but it didn't really matter either way. It's just, yeah, like this was the set we were kind of the most worried about. Like this is what I was most worried about. I was just kind of like, we'll just run it, just see what happens. Like, that's probably fine, and it was fine because everybody else just did the work, and Darkrai just sat back and was like, "Yo, what's up?"
Darkrai's the face, and then does everyone else can do all the work.
Yeah.
No one else needs to think about anything.
Yeah, and with Arceus, like we talked about, like Arceus's like set. We talked about Arceus' theoretical set, but we didn't really talk that much about like the real set. But, like, I mean, the real set worked.
Yeah.
It was fast. I think this was also for like the base 95s, or maybe it was for Chiyu actually. Chiyu speed. I think the special attack was like. I think the special attack was the 3-hit KO with Earth Power on Zacian Crown.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that makes
And it's like
sense.
2-hit KO, 3-hit KO, something like that. And then, like, yeah, like, Wisp Judgment, generally just good. Arceus is good Pokemon.
I'm surprised how well it worked considering it's grass, but it is just Arceus is a good Pokemon, so
Yeah.
Yeah. And it took mostly, this is a matchup where it was taking mostly neutral hits, like, so it was chill, like, it worked out. Yeah, do you have any, like, final thoughts? Like,
let me think real quick. I don't know, the misplay I made was a little unfortunate, but that was just me, like, having a lapse of judgment, being like, yes, Palkia can come in and outspeed, and forgetting what E-speed is.
Yeah, it happens. Wasn't game ruining.
Yeah, I also just keep forgetting to nickname my Pokemon because I stress out so much before the match. I'm like, doing like triple checks across the team and all of that. So
yeah,
but, turned out well.
Yeah, good shit.
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
All right.
Yay!
I'm gonna bring Joan on and open the paste. And I'm also gonna go to the potty really quickly, but Joan can talk about the team. So come on.
Yeah.
Well, I think my team does deserve the toilet. You're so right. I'm joking. But no, I don't know. I like. Once again, I have to state that I was really scared of Earthworm for some fucking reason. It's the prime, like, my Arceus last match was actually really self-sustaining. Like, it had taunt, it had recover, and then it just was Extreme Killer. This Arceus was built to deal with both Mega Metagross and Earthworm. And it did get, like, the issue is that because it was built that way, it does not have self-sustain, because the best fire-type physical stab it has is obviously Flare Blitz.
Yeah.
And, still probably got the most KOs. In fact, I think it got all the KOs this match. I will never regret picking fucking normal Arceus. Doesn't matter if it doesn't get, like, a normal item to hold. It's, like,
still kind of the GOAT.
Yeah, Extreme Killer is just, like, fucked up for someone to deal with.
And, there was, like, a lot of plays I made in that match that, like, I feel were deeply questionable, like, especially starting, like, turn 7. Turn 7 is when I feel like I did not make the right choices. I don't know what I was expecting Masaru to, like, take from that Arceus, like, judgment, because I knew that Arceus was going to do something, right? It was going to click something to stop, Gliscor. It could have either been Taunt, it could have been Defog, possibly, that's one thing I was thinking about, or it could have been an attack. And honestly, no matter what it chose, I think, like, bringing in, like... I did lose my Pescatarian by that point, that's right. Bringing in, like, Cresselia would have been alright at that point. Obviously, if it was Taunt, that would be a little disconcerting, but I think Cresselia should have been coming in sometime around, like, turn 7 or turn 8, right? After if I, like, was too antsy to, like, give up that turn, and I really wanted to scout what the Arceus was gonna do, and I end up losing Masaru because of it, really... At that point, I should have said, okay, well, they use Judgment, they either, like, don't have Defog, or do have Defog, who knows, it's Arceus. Arceus can have anything he wants. But, like, I think at that point, it's like, okay, if they didn't click Defog, they probably invested enough that Judgment does something, and since my Moon made out of cheese was incredibly tanky, special-wise, it probably could take the attacks if it had, like, an offensive lean, and looking into the set now, oh my goodness, Cresselia would have done so well against that set, because there's nothing there that could have threatened it at all from the Arceus side. And that's when I could have started setting up screens and forcing out Arceus, which would have actually been the right time to put in Sword Swallower. I put it in way too early, and obviously I was not expecting Will-O-Wisp whatsoever. But if I at least took that turn to, like, put in something a little bulkier and something I knew that could, like, make a lasting contribution without actually having to be the right Pokemon for whoever they send in next with those light clay screens, I feel like I could have possibly won the battle, or at least made the differential, like, less than 3-0. Honestly, it should have been, like, 4-0 in reality. But I don't know. I think that is, like, the key thing that I would have changed if I were to replay the battle. But I also think that Tristana's team was, like, really well built. And even if I did set up those screens with Cresselia, like, obviously, I think Tristana's best switch-in, if Cresselia came in, was obviously going to be Metagross. Yeah. And then if Metagross comes in, what's the point of even setting up the screen for that one turn unless Metagross clicks Bullet Punch, right? Which it didn't even do while Cresselia was actively in that slot, so... Yeah,
because honestly, the Psychic Fangs was doing crazy damage to Crest, like, even for, like all things, even, like, despite being a resist, it was just, like, it still did, like, what, 40-something%? Like, it did a pretty stupid number.
Part of that was that the first
one was a crit, but
crit, yeah.
Even without the crit, like, I think it
was doing, like, almost a quarter.
Yeah, it was doing a lot, like, all things considered. It was definitely winning the 1v1 there. Yeah. But yeah, like, you know, it just happened there, like, it was a bit of a builder error to, like, bring the screens, like, but, you know, now everybody knows. Oh, yeah, wait.
Animal that is not an animal, it's a computer.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a mouth. And I don't care if there's, like, some anime scene that shows it that it has a mouth. I want you to point at a single bright or, like, neutral pose of that Pokemon that depicts it having a mouth.
You don't want me to look for that, because I will find it.
I'm talking about like a sprite from the game. I'm not talking
I
about...
know! I've definitely seen it in, like, Pokemon Go.
Well, okay, normal Metagross definitely has a mouth.
Yeah.
But we're talking about Mega Metagross. I'm not so sure
Well, that
about
doesn't
that.
really matter, right? Because if normal Metagross has a mouth, it can learn it in its base form and then carry it over to the Mega form. It's like Wooper learning... I was gonna say Wooper learning Ice Punch. That still doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it does yell in Coliseum. I don't...
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm like weighing in on this point too much, but like,
anyways,
like
sorry.
I was not expecting Psychic Fangs in the slightest.
Yeah.
And that, like, even without that, like, just Brick Break. Obviously, Brick Break would not be doing a quarter to Crest, but like Brick Break would undo what progress Crest would have made in this matchup, and Crest couldn't do anything to Metagross. And one of my best checks to Metagross was Pescatarian, who I foolishly made modest. Like, damn. What, like, I don't know, like, when I was seeing the last game that Tristana played, Tristana used Palkia Origin. And that's why I chose Modest, because I knew that Palkia Origin, I think, was a little bit, like, it takes away attack and puts it a little bit more into special attack and, like, some bulk, right? Or
no,
speed?
It puts it into speed. It's 120 speed. It's 20 less
just...
attack, 20 more speed.
Yeah, so it's just into speed. Which, like, I wanted to outspeed that if that was timid, and I obviously knew that if it was Origin form, it would be holding that Luminous Orb. I did not consider base Palkia holding Scarf also being timid, edging out, like, the speed of pretty much everyone on my team here, except, obviously, Extreme Killer.
Yeah.
And so, that... I really was, like, super confident that, I can click Dark Pulse here, and, like, they didn't know I was Scarfed. They just saw one Dark Pulse, and, like, they probably are either going to switch out to something else that probably would have to take another Dark Pulse, and, like, the best one there that can take that Dark Pulse is probably Great Tusk, maybe Darkrai, probably not Darkrai, and I could have made a little bit more progress on those Pokemon. But no, the Palkia was like a couple points faster than I was, and I did not even expect that. That was such a good team building choice. I don't know if you were considering Scarf Chiyu like when you were building that.
Definitely I probably wouldn't have gone max speed. Like, probably wouldn't have gone max speed on it if it weren't for the fact that it's just like speed tie with Scarf Chiyu is like meaningful.
Yeah. Was it a tie? I thought you just plain out sped me.
Well, no. It would have been a tie if you were timid. Is the thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they're both base 100.
Yeah.
So yeah. Overall, I don't know. I guess it's like to like wrap it up. Do you have any final thoughts on this team? I think you kind of said your piece, but
yeah, I think obviously Cresselia probably wasn't the best choice here. It would have been really good as like something to switch into Arceus, but outside of that, it wasn't like providing a whole lot in retrospect. And I think Will-O-Wisp, Arceus, G, great choice. Timid Palkia, great choice. And they really like undid a lot of the strategy my team could have done. Psychic Fangs Metagross probably was just the plain old correct choice. But I also think that is not an animal, that is a computer, and it doesn't have a mouth. And I don't care what happens in video games with 3 dimensions, those aren't real anymore.
I'm sorry, it's just not talking about abusive artwork. Yeah, this is official artwork, huh? Official artwork.
Pervert.
Mouth open.
Anyway, bye!
Yeah, thanks for your time.
Calling Metagross a pervert is nasty work.
But yeah, anyways,
I didn't even say my favorite Pokemon of the teams. Sorry. Hold on. My favorite Pokemon on Jones' team is probably, I mean, it's gotta be Extreme Killer Arceus. That dude, you know what? He was carrying it all. He carried the weight of the world on his back.
I like Feed Me a Brick. I think it's a good name. I think it made some decent progress.
Yeah, you would pick Rotom Wash.
I like Feed Me a Brick. I'm always rooting for other people. Anybody using a Pokemon I used last Draft League, please note that I'm rooting for you. Unless you're fighting me. It's your favorite Tristanamon.
My favorite Tristanamon? I mean, I think it would have been Palkia earlier, but now that we had the Metagross, like, discussion, I'm giving it to Metagross for his pervert mouth. I mean regular mouth. He's not a pervert. I don't believe he's a pervert.
His mouth is regular, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I really liked a lot of this team. I thought a lot of this team was cool.
I will give a special shout out to Great Tusk. I think Great Tusk was like a great asset for this team. I don't know. Yeah. It didn't do the craziest amount of stuff, but what it did was extremely good.
Yeah. I mean, it killed Extreme Killer.
Yeah, it killed God, which is like, listen, if that's the one thing you do, even if that was the one thing it did, that's pretty good. Most people can't do that on a good day.
Yeah, most people don't kill God, like, ever, basically. So we got, well, the games here right now. We got WAFFLOES Team, got right here. We do me versus Bray. Yeah. So
this was a special tragedy for Sienna. I did not watch this match, but this was a special tragedy for Sienna to the point where she spent like an entire night talking about how her team sucks because of this match.
I was talking about how it's over for me. I think it might be over for me as well.
And everybody was like, Sienna, I think you just lost one match.
I think it might be over for me. Well, you guys decide.
So, Diggersby comes out into Alomomola. Diggersby doesn't even give a fuck. Diggersby just starts setting up the spikes because he's a boss. But then Randall Racecar comes out, and this fucking guy, you already know what it is. Unfortunately, he got really scared, so he left, and now it's Miss Peacock. The Arceus Mirror, except the other Arc didn't like that. Yeah. So now we got Alomomola. Mola's got all taunted, so Mola is like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Heatran comes in, the Yoda Copter.
Yeah, I'll pause on the next turn. This is a kind of a Beaver play I made. So,
alright.
I knew this was Earth Power. In my brain, I was like, this is definitely going to click Earth Power right now. And I just decided to stay in, because in my brain, I was like definitely thinking about Earth Power, and I wasn't remembering, oh yeah, Giratina Origin is the defog Pokemon. Like, why did I decide to essentially sack Heatran for rocks? And part of this Heatran was like a lure set for Swampert who didn't come, but who I was really scared of. So I was in my brain, I was kind of thinking like, oh well, I can play risky with Heatran. It's not that big a deal. I want rocks because there's a lot of switching, but not the best play, not the worst play, not the best play. It didn't end my life. I knew it wouldn't kill, so add that.
Mola takes a Earth Power, but it's not too bad. Misses with Toxic into Mola hitting Toxic. So Giratina gets really scared. Randall Racecar, though, he's getting ready. He's starting to rev up. Just kidding. Miss Peacock comes out, takes an Ice Beam, doesn't even give a fuck. She's very... She don't give a fuck about anything. She really fuck, I can't speak. Anyways, recover. Taunt. So Mola's not going to be able to do any of its shenanigans.
Yeah, the taunt on this Arc Water was fucking huge this entire game. It was so annoying.
Yeah, she really TGIF. Here comes DJ Jesse Sanchez. Can we pause real quick? Can we tell the DJ Jesse Sanchez story?
Okay, so the other on this word, I was looking for like a couple weeks ago, I don't know, like last week, I guess. Like we were looking at bots on Discord. So our music bot wasn't working in the Discord, and we really wanted to play one thing. And so I was looking around on this like bot website, and I found a fucking Discord bot that was like Jake the Dog. It was like a Korean music bot for Discord with Jake the Dog as the icon. And we kept talking about, oh god, Korean Jake the Dog, save us, save us. We actually did figure out how to play one song on Korean Jake the Dog. And then it just started playing like Numa Numa for no reason. We had to click Korean Jake the Dog. Then I was just looking at this website, and I just added fucking this like bot that this one fucking DJ made named DJ Jesse Sanchez. And I was like, this is fucking funny. It had like all of its commands were just about like showing you his websites and stuff. And there was one command that was checking the weather, and we were like, okay, this is fucking funny. There's just some random DJ made a bot. Then we just kept it around because it didn't do anything. But then he fucking updated the bot like a couple days later and added an auto mod that prevented everyone from sending links in general. And there was no way to turn it off, so we had to kill DJ Jesse Sanchez. But this match was in the before times. This was before he went rogue. But that's all. It's pretty funny.
It is a funny story.
I should have U-turned here. I shouldn't have clicked Grassy Glide on the arc water. It obviously wasn't gonna stay in.
Yeah,
like it obviously.
Randall Racecar knew this was always the plan.
Yeah. It should have been U-turn. Yeah, I decided to just stack Heatran here because I don't have any good switch-ins. Bye-bye Heatran. To be clear, like, Heatran wasn't a good switch-in ever to Shaman Sky because I don't need Earth Power.
Yeah.
Yeah. I Fire Fang here as a hedge with the Scarf Sashian, but Shaman Sky fucking senses danger and leaves. Mola comes back out. We do the whole fucking taunt song and dance again.
Yeah, Miss Peacock putting in a lot of work to make Mola's life basically as miserable as possible. Genesect milk! Oh.
The U-turn was like a fucking lot, honestly, considering it was resisted. Yeah,
but then here comes Tuba on Rugrats Babies. Mola comes back out, but now the fat defog.
Yeah.
So rocks are no longer an issue. And Randall Racecar, he's revving up. Yeah. He hits a Seed Flare. Now, it doesn't do a lot for him yet, but here we go. His first hit of the game. Air slash be like, oh, the fat Draco onto Diggersby, though.
And then, so we have a funny situation here. Genesect comes in, it gets an attack boost. Now, with download. So, let me talk about this. Genesect has the ability to download. Download is, like, so it raises either attack or special attack by +1 when it comes in on a Pokemon based on what their lower defensive stat is. So Ray was betting that I wouldn't have special defense investment and that he would get a special attack boost on Genesect here. I knew that this was going to be special Genesect, and I brought like 48 special defense, and then I actually had to Hasty Nature, so minus defense, and a 30 defense IV instead of 31, so that Genesect would get plus attack on me, which is not threatening to Zekrom at all. And so Genesect doesn't have its boost here. Ice Beam doesn't kill, and like it's, I can just click the button. I can just kill it. But then I let it die to this for some reason. I don't know why. I shouldn't have. This was a bad play. Like, I knew it was going to die to this. I was just like, oh, well, I don't really need Zekrom anymore. But I was kind of wrong. I should have just kept Zekrom.
Yeah, Sonato Fanchild is gone. Randall Race Car, he's revving up. I mean, hits with the air slash.
This was me, or well, I do know what this was. This was me fucking tempting fate. I was like, I'm gonna come in on this, and I'm gonna U-turn out of the, I'm just gonna U-turn after an air slash. But, like, that was so presumptuous of me. To presume that I could not get flinched. So then I just have to, like, leave like a bitch. I just have to run like a bitch,
and Randall Race Car, he's revving up. He doesn't give a fuck. Just kidding, it's Miss Peacock again.
Player of.
I mean,
just kind of pressing buttons on it.
Shaman has been putting in nasty work, but so has Arc, honestly. This Arc Water has been, like... Or not Arc Water. What fucking Arc is this?
This is Arc Water.
Oh, it is. Wait, I'm stupid. Yeah. The Arc Water. He's blue. She's blue, sorry. Miss Peacock.
We're really in on a Toxic, which is probably honestly net better than, like, anything else I could have done. I decided to click Knock to try to maybe get a kill on something, or, like, knock off, like, I just click Knock. I don't know, this is the hedge.
Yeah.
It's a goofy hedge. Would have killed Giratina.
Mola having fun. She's just chilling there. But unfortunately, she doesn't like looking at Randall Race Car. But Randall Race Car
burned.
Not the worst status for Randall to deal with, but not.
Sanchez.
It's Chip.
Player doesn't matter at all. And so now what occurs is basically just a stupid game of, like, grab ass, where we're just trying to, like, I'm pivoting around with Mola, and Ray is kind of, like, not super able to make progress on it, and, like, has to use, like, a taunt, has to taunt every time. My goal here in this situation is basically just to find a Toxic on the Arc. Because really, with this switch, like, with this regenerator, like, I can just kind of do whatever I want, like, in this situation, and it's not really an issue.
Right.
But eventually, Shaman does come out, and Firefang actually, like, stays in, and Firefang kills. But now Ditto comes in, and this is an interaction I didn't know existed.
Oh, boy.
Intrepid Sword activates when Ditto transforms into Zacian, even if Zacian does not have an Intrepid Sword boost currently. If Zacian does have an Intrepid Sword boost, Ditto actually gets +2. I didn't know about this interaction. I should have, and I'm a dunce for not knowing about it. The only consolation for me not knowing about it is that Ray also did not know about it. So we were both... Neither of us were ready for this situation to occur. But because of it, my plans are ruined. The things that I calced for are all out the window, because I actually did do calcs for Ditto without a +1 boost. But I didn't do calcs for Ditto with a +1 boost. I send out Mola, but it does 45%. I Scald. If this had been Scald Burn, I might have been able to win this game, but I did not get a Scald Burn. And then I just kind of have to, like, sulk back, send out Zacian, and go for a speed tie. If I clicked Firefang here, there was also potential for me to win speed tie, click Firefang, win speed tie, click Firefang, get burn, and maybe do something, but, you know, I didn't even win the speed tie. But this is another Ray Sienna Scarf speed tie interaction, so I'm 0 for 2 on those. And then yeah, like Mola comes out and player off kills. But yeah. Pretty tight game. Ray had my ass a little bit. He had my number. but it was also still, honestly, like, way tighter than it had any right to be up until the end. And then the Zacian thing just happened, and we were like, oh shit. But yeah. I will talk about my team now.
Yay? Tell us about your stuff.
Yeah. So, yeah. Zekrom was... You can see the fucking crazy spread here. Yeah, I have 48 Spadef, Hasty. 48 Spadef. Yeah, no, like, yeah, Waffle, like, thanks. And, like, I really, like, genuinely, I could have won if that Scald Burn had happened. Like, I just genuinely might have just had a win because, like, I was walling... Just by, like, switch stalling, I was walling the Ditto at that point. And, like, it couldn't, like, outdamage, like, Wish, also. And then if I had gotten Toxic on Arc, I just, like, probably would have won. But, like, there were layers to it, but it was actually, like, I don't know. I did kind of have an end game there, but, you know, luck wasn't in my favor. Which is fine. You don't always get lucky in Pokemon. Yeah, Sunado Fanchild. This set, like, worked. I was mixed because I really didn't want to, like, click. I didn't want to click Dragon Claw, but I also didn't want to click Outrage, and I didn't want to click Scale Shot, so I went mixed. that was my reasoning. I was Life Orb Roost. My thought process is basically like Life Orb Chip will not really matter if I have Grassy Terrain plus Roost, which it really didn't matter. The Life Orb Chip was not an issue,
right?
For the turns that Zekrom was out, and I don't think it would have continued to be an issue either. Grassy Terrain just mostly makes up for it. Yeah, the spread was for the Genesect thing, which, like, originally everything was meant to give Genesect plus attack, but I kind of toned it down and I just made it so, like, mostly just Zekrom gave Genesect plus attack because I was just really sure, like, physical Genesect cannot threaten Zekrom. Special Genesect will kill Zekrom. I need to make it get plus attack. But I'm proud of that call. Ray said something along the lines of, like, I just kept Genesect in there because I was so mad that it got an attack boost. I didn't think it was possible. So, pretty funny. Rillaboom is pretty normal. I didn't really have any interest in outspeeding anything that was, like, speed invested and slower than Rillaboom, so I just kept it at max to try and kind of switch into, like, various sundry moves. Heatran had a gamer set. You can see Nature Powers on this. This was a lure for Nature Power in Grassy Terrain. I was supposed to lure Swampert and Arceus Water and do, like, a lot of damage to them. O-Code Swampert, it did a lot to Arceus Water. It, like, kept Arceus Water from switching in for free at the bare minimum. And then Magma Storm was just a kind of... Magma Storm Taunt was basically, like... It just, it beat Clefable. It just, like, completely, like, it trapped and killed Clefable, basically. Because Clefable can't fucking do anything in that situation. And Magma Storm was also just functional, like, as, like, a pseudo-pivot move. To trap something and then get a free switch to something else that has a better matchup. Heatran, I really liked this set, but I just misplayed it. Happens. If Swampert had gotten brought and Nature Power had gotten clicked, it would have been so fucking funny. Because like Nature Power did clear, like, it turns into Energy Ball in Grassy Terrain, and then it gets Grassy Terrain boost, so it's, like, pretty strong actually. Mola. Hey, this is a Loma Mola.
No way.
Yeah, it's just a Loma Mola. It's just fucking Mola, dude. Dat Jerf. So this is Dat Judgment Ice Beam Recover 4th move. that's what Jerf stands for. This is a Jerf. I looked at Judgment Ice Beam Recover, and I was like, yeah, this works. And then I was like, defog because it fits in here. I think this is originally toxic. I obscured it. I almost just named it Judgment Ice Beam Recover 4th move, like full text, but I decided to instead encode it, which I don't think anybody decoded during the match. I think I had to explain it. But yeah, defog is like this is originally I think toxic and Mola was some other move. I think Mola was protect, but then I swapped protect for toxic on Mola and like toxic for defog on Arceus, which ended up making sense. It was fine. I wanted it to be Dat Jerf because I thought that if it was just Jerf, it would be like easier to decode. I thought Dat Jerf made it look like some weird username online. I was just referencing some YouTube guy that like Ray's never heard of or something. And then it would cancel the thought. Yeah, and Rugrats Babies here, this is like pretty normal Scarf Zacian. Scarf Zacian's pretty good. Fire Fang was like pretty necessary for hitting like the fucking Shaman Sky and Genesect.
Yeah.
It just made sense. Even though I don't like clicking a move that week, it just made sense. Like, you know, CC is good for like Bisharp, shit like that. Crunch was good for Giratina. Or is a more reliable option against Giratina because player often miss. You know, they weren't terribly interesting options for moves on Zacian here. Overall, I'm like not like I don't think I played that game like terribly, but I wasn't like really happy with it. I did mildly enter like Doomer mode after. Maybe it was more than mild. I think most people would characterize it as more than mild, but I've since recovered and I think my roster is good actually. But like Gligar might be better than Thunderstarian though. Anyways, let's pull in Ray. Let's talk about Ray's team.
Alright, you do that, I have to take a pee.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
So yeah, that was very close game. Was really fucking nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
I was also really hopped up on caffeine the entire time I was playing it, so
yeah,
it didn't help.
One thing that like you don't get in the replay reviews a lot is just how long some of the like turns will take. Like honestly, I think me and Ray both had really long turns that game. Like we were just both like spending a really long time taking every move. Like despite the fact that it looked like so much just clicking back and forth, that game probably lasted like an hour in real time. Like
I think it did, yeah. So if you can believe it, Arc Water is Judgment, Ice Beam, Recover, 4th move.
Yeah.
Ton pretty much did exactly what I wanted to. I just did not want Mola to Wish Pass at all.
Yeah.
It was also like, you know, in the event that a bulky support Zekrom with like Rocks and Defog did show up, it was EV to outspeed Zekrom. So
yeah.
I mean, realistically, I would just want to Ice Beam on that, or just not stay in because Bolt Strike is a strong move. But
yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
Giratina.
Yeah.
Giratina, Earth Power is for exactly what you think it was for, considering it almost killed Heatran with it.
Yeah.
I think Toxic is like the best move in this draft league, if I'm being honest, because everyone has
so good on Arc.
Everyone has an Arceus. And like
I literally had like a thought in my brain earlier that I was just like, man, it's crazy to like dude, I like Arc Steel and Arc Poison are like better than I thought, because it's like the default response everybody has to deal with Arc is just bringing Toxic, and you can't do that to those guys. It's kind of scary.
It's also good for like half the people in the draft league who got some like really bulky Gloomon as their Uber Duber.
Yeah.
Like me, for example.
For sure. Yeah.
I was like really worried that missing Toxic on the Mola early game was gonna like set the tone alongside missing the Seed Flare on the Arceus switch. But fortunately it didn't. speaking of Seed Flare, Shaman, initially this was actually going to be Scarf Shaman. It was like 20 speed, timid Scarf, so that would be bulkier and could switch in more, but I decided I didn't want to be choice locked on Shaman at all, and I'm glad I wasn't.
Yeah, Boots was really good this game.
Yeah, Boots especially, because it takes
It takes
Glizzy's really well. It's kind of like the Throat Goat.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to like have it as unshipped as possible, so it could just not just like completely nullify Rillaboom as a threat.
Yeah.
And you are like the most outspoken Covert Cloak advocate in the entire league, so it was like I was prepared for like maybe Zekrom or Heatran to be Covert Cloak, because those would both just be good switch-ins. But I also just thought that like it has too good of a matchup against Arc Ground and Rillaboom to not bring it in this matchup.
Yeah, and I just didn't bring Cloak partially because I thought that my reputation would make Ray more scared to bring Shaman.
Also, Faye, it's not a sexual reference. It's about eating hot dogs.
I don't know.
There
was a point in my building process where I literally like Zekrom was 6 stat invested neutral nature with Covert Cloak. So like I don't know, if you want to peer into that reality in my insane mind. You want to know how I sane?
Also, another reason I didn't bring Scarf on Shaman is because Scarf would like let it outspeed Zacian and Pheromosa, but Zacian I figured was already gonna be Scarf, and like there was no way you were bringing Pheromosa. Like you were not letting Ditto come in on Pheromosa.
Yeah, no, I was too traumatized by the last time that Ditto switched into an Ultra Beast. Genesect was Douse.
Yeah, like you mentioned earlier, I was just like, when I got the attack boost on Zekrom, I had no clue what to do in that situation, especially because I just had to sack Diggersby earlier to the Draco, so I couldn't come in on the Bull Strike or anything.
Yeah.
So it kind of didn't do much of anything. Well, I mean, it wore down Zekrom at least, but Genesect on Fraud Watch.
Absolutely. Why was it Douse again? Like, was it just for Heatran?
I saw that like if it got the +1 plus Rock Polish, it had Techno Blast, Ice Beam, and what's the third move? Thunderbolt.
Yeah.
Just like hit basically everything on your roster, except like it's full like at least neutral coverage.
Yeah, makes sense.
And Douse gets Heatran in addition to just like hitting Arc Ground a lot harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ditto is Ditto.
Ditto stuff. It made sense as a matchup call here. And maybe we did Ditto as a person. It's possible. I don't know.
Yeah. Like I knew you were gonna try and Ditto proof your team as hard as possible, but I just knew that there were still things that did not want. Like, you kind of had to bring Zekrom and maybe also Zacian. I knew that both of those did not want to deal with Ditto.
Yeah, and you didn't know about the Zacian thing, but it still fucking happened. But...
Yeah, even if I didn't know about it, I was like...
Yeah, like...
I did have a situation in mind where it could come in on a +1 Zacian.
Yeah.
Yeah, Diggersby was just because Spikes, I realized were really good against your roster because it's entirely grounded except Thunderous.
Yeah.
And that's basically all it was really there for. It has Expert Belt for like a good high horsepower against like Zekrom and Heatran.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's kind of like just there for Spikes. And it's 248 speed because it has 1 point higher base speed than Heatran, so that's what needs to outspeed that.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, any final thoughts on the game, on the team, etc.?
Final thoughts. I don't really know, honestly. I feel like I built pretty well for this matchup. I did not end up getting the win condition I thought I would because Genesect just kind of died. But
yeah.
Other than that, I feel like I played pretty well.
Yeah. I think you played well.
I made it back just in time.
Yeah.
And just so everyone knows, it's not too late. You can still write in Joe Biden this November.
Oh shit.
Wait, that's true.
Hey, fuck.
It's not over till it's over.
Alright. Yeah. Thanks for your time. Good shit.
Yeah, no problem.
Alright, and my favorite member of Ray's team is actually Miss Peacock, not Randall Racecar. I don't know. Randall Racecar probably did more in that match, but Miss Peacock, you know, she charmed me. She really charmed me in the end. And my favorite...
Yeah.
I mean, listen, to be honest, I have to go with the funny pick in DJ Jesse Sanchez because we got to tell a really funny story related to it.
Fair enough.
Otherwise, it probably would have been Mola, but DJ Jesse Sanchez wins on funnies.
Yeah. I am speaking. I was because my Arceus was named Colonel Mustard week one. Okay. Yeah.
Dude, Jen, wait, your school is awesome. I would go to school if this was the weak letter.
All right. Let's think about other games. So let's who's around? Who's around? Who's chilling? Who's here? We want to do.
I'm always here.
Yeah, we can do this. We can do yours.
Yay!
We
can do Faye. Faye said in chat.
Faye wants. Okay, Faye. We'll do Faye, and I'll knock on Sauzels' door. Sauzels in the.
Knock.
No, Sauzels is not in Shrimp Thrones.
Oh shit! Do we want to wait?
I don't know if Sauzels is online. I'm going to.
Okay, maybe we wait
cooking
then.
Dinner right now.
Maybe we wait then.
Let's do that. Yeah. That
Sorry,
makes more
Faye.
sense. Let's do Morgan. Let's do motherfucker Morgan.
Yep, it's another motherfucker Morgan dub incident. Now, this is a game that I will say right off the bat, I was a little too cocky about. I did win 5-0, so maybe it wasn't unjustified, but I probably could have made it 6-0 if I didn't get cocky.
Yeah.
It really was. It really was. Let's play the footage.
Yeah.
So immediately, my fucking boo-boo brain is like... This is, like, Diana is not going gamer mode.
Just...
And, hold on.
Yeah.
My internet's dying. Hold on.
Okay.
Restart the footage. My internet was pooping.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah, like...
We start out with the Iron Bundle and the Kyogre, and my dumbass is like, alright, let me set up the Z Electric Terrain, get the speed boost, double. I died immediately.
Yeah, and with Thunder, I mean, Thunder definitely would have killed, but... already, but Z Electric Terrain making the Thunder stronger is really funny.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it, to be honest. I didn't think about Thunder at all. I was literally like, alright, it's time. I'm setting up my win condition right away.
Yeah, basically, Z Electric Terrain was my idea, and I suggested thinking set up on literally any other Pokemon.
Nope. I saw my matchup, and I was like, I can do anything I want for any reason. That is not, in fact, true.
Yeah. Anyways.
But it's okay. Goodra comes out. Diana gets scared. Gets hit with a fat Thunder. So Ninetales comes out. Gets rid of the rain. Ninetales is an important part of my anti-Diana strat. First of all, we get the Encore into Calm Mind. So no matter what this arc does, it's stuck in Calm Mind forever. Because it does not outspeed Ninetales. Ninetales can't really do much back, but, like, Diana's kind of, like, a little upset about this scenario. You know?
Yeah. To be honest, I would have, like, definitely, like, I probably would have just kept clicking Encore until you ran. I probably would have just kept clicking Pawn Mine until you ran out of Encores, but...
I was just like, it's Ogre Pawn time. It's funny little baby. Set up a swords dance. The baby, the cutely, the sweetly. Ogre Pawn was, like, so good into this team. I mean, the low kick insta-kill.
I'm kind of curious if Snow was still up. If Snow had still been up, if low kick would have killed there. You know what? Let's calculate right now.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe that's what I had to wait for.
Actually, I don't care about looking it up right now. I didn't. We'll calculate after during team building. Here's a strategy. Gunk shot miss.
Yeah.
This was Scarf Dick Roll, Adamant Gunk Shot, guaranteed Oko on Ogre Pawn Wellspring.
Yeah.
This was so huge for Diana. Like, Diana could have genuinely made a lot of progress, if not even potentially even won this game, if this hadn't happened.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been hard, but Diana could have won this game if that hadn't happened. But this literally needed to work, and it didn't. And now...
And I just do this.
Just wins, like...
Yeah. Hits a fat outrage, but I hit a fat horn leech. I am a little scared of this, though, so you know what? We go back into Ninetales, because epic fairy type moment. Yeah. And, you know, Snow's back up. I figure Kyogre's coming out, so I hit a little freeze dry, do a little chip damage. But I need my special wall. Gudra taking the fucking water spout like a champ. Like, it reduced... Kyogre wasn't at full health, but that's still, like, crazy. And then the Thunder Paralysis is insane. Yeah. Diana gets scared, sends out Swampert, but I don't give a fuck. I Dragon Tail again. Send back out Ninetales, because I have the weather advantage now. And then, I don't know what Pert is doing coming back out.
Yeah, the weakest guy to freeze driver, but it still lives, which is kind of crazy.
It does. But I just click another freeze dry because poison jab does like fuck all. And now here comes back World's Winner. I reduced the health a little bit more, so Water Spout is even less scary. And now we just send the special wall out again, and that does 7%.
Yeah.
The Gudra is, like, so fucking good. Like, actually, like, I'm just gonna say it right off the bat, the Gudra was the GOAT of this match. The paralysis, the amount of moves this thing took...
Thunder paralysis is crazy.
Like, holy shit. And then what the fuck can Dracovish do?
Yeah.
Hit him with a fat Draco Meteor. That could have missed. To be fair, that could have made my differential work.
Yeah.
It could have made my differential worse, but I stuck to my guns.
Yeah, no, it was correct. But yeah. But yeah. Pretty crazy game.
Yeah, I almost my own cockiness almost cost me the entire game multiple times, but I guess, like, I don't know. I think this draft league, because I lost last draft league, I have, like, main character syndrome now.
Yeah. Luck really wanted you to fucking win. Lady Luck was smiling upon you. I'm gonna talk about this. I'm gonna talk about Diana's team first. I'm just gonna, like... So, like, basically, I looked at this. I forgot I made this Halo 3 all cutscenes movie. I made this team be like, or no, well, I mean, I made the original paste that I sent to Diana be Halo 3 all cutscenes movie, and Diana thought that was funny enough to name her paste that, which is funny. But yeah, like, I looked at this matchup and I was like, this is fucking Mission Impossible. Ogre Pawn Wellspring is so absurdly good in this matchup, and then with shit like Gudra, and with Ninetales changing the weather, and with all this other shit, I was just like, this is not gonna fucking happen. There's like nothing that even hits Ogre Pawn. This sucks. So I decided to just stack a fucking million threats against Ogre Pawn, against this, and like hope Morgan would get fucking cocky. Double Scarf. Yeah, literally, Faye and Hazel were prepping Morgan right in front of me, knowing I would prep Diana just because that was how confident. That was how bad the matchup looked. yeah, so I just decided to stack this with fucking Giga Threats and just see what would happen. And honestly, like, if that gunk shot hit, I think that game was, like, pretty good. Like, I think I honestly built this team, like... I mean, I built this team stupidly, right? I just put as many fucking sweepers and breakers as possible on it and just spammed it, but, like... I mean, that's kind of how Rain works, isn't it?
True.
And, like...
True.
This team probably would have made a lot of progress, if not won, if it weren't for that gunk shot miss. But that gunk shot miss was just brutal.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I gotta be honest, Gudra is, like, that's hard. That's hard for this roster.
Mega Swampert still won. Mega Swampert still won, and, like, CC on Palafin. Like...
I still had Ninetales, though, for Swampert. And I guess the CC on Palafin. The problem was Palafin also got fucked by the paralysis. Nothing... I mean, like, all things considered...
I'm not saying it was a done deal. I'm saying outside of Ogerpon, Diana had routes to winning on, like, everything.
Right.
Like, it was not like, you didn't have hard counters that, like, just won the game on the spot worth anything other than Ogerpon.
Mm-hmm.
And so, honestly, like, I think that it could have gone a lot better if that gunk shot had just hit, but sometimes Mons is Mons. But I'm not really mad about... I don't think Diana played badly. I don't think that the team is bad. I just think bad matchup happens. And sometimes bad matchup happens.
Yeah.
Some bad matchup happened and hacks happened, and there was a lot of hacks too. It's just kind of cherry on top. Like, yeah, bad matchup sealed with bad luck. Faye put it perfectly. You know, it was fine. I mean, you know, it is what it is. Diana told me that, like, Diana had said something about, like, because Diana had been kind of in a funk for a bit when she said that. She was like, having trouble, like, feeling things, right? She wasn't, like, feeling stuff. And she told me, like, yeah, when I missed that gunk shot, I got so mad, like, I was, like, filled with righteous anger, and it made me feel, like, way better, because I hadn't, like, felt any emotions in days. Or something like that. I was like, cool, man. You're, like, you got fucking, you got, like, the fucking pure anger of gunk shot miss, like, improved your mental health somehow. So shouts out. That's the first time anybody's mental health has been improved by missing gunk shot.
And you know what? That's a moral victory. I lost the moral victory. I was playing like a fucking villain.
Yeah. Yeah, this team, like...
Yeah, let's talk about my goobers. Ogerpon was the center point. It's the first Pokemon on the team. Like, fucking obviously. The moves just all seemed good. Ivy Cudgel was like... These three moves, the Horn Leech, the Low Kick, the Stomping Tantrum, were so easy to fit in, because what the fuck does Ivy Cudgel do to Diana's team? It hits Arc Ice neutrally, and that's fucking it.
Yeah.
Literally does nothing else. But Low Kick, I mean, it was extremely good for Arc. It killed Arc. Horn Leech was just because I knew there'd be water guys, so I was like, we do a little leeching around here. I liked it more than Power Whip because Power Whip has the chance to miss. I just, like, I don't know. Yeah. I'm a Horn Leech believer. I think absorption moves are good.
Horn Leech could have been bad against certain, like, Liquid Ooze Tentacruels, like, that were defensive. Honestly, I wasn't listening that closely when you were building, when you decided on Horn Leech, so I didn't even know it was coming. And I was just like, okay, Tentacruel's not going to be Liquid Ooze because it's way funnier.
Wait, that's really funny. Because
it's not going to be Horn Leech because of Liquid Ooze. I told myself.
I only brought Stomping Tantrum because of Liquid Ooze Tentacruel.
Yeah.
That was, like, literally, I didn't need it for anything else. I was just like, Hazel was like, oh, what about Liquid Ooze Tentacruel? And I was like, we do a little Stomping Tantrum around here. Yeah. We do a little funnies around here.
Yeah. This setup was not successful. This setup didn't make any sense.
It was a bad time to set up, but honestly, it could have cooked. Like, the Iron Bundle with Freeze Dry, like, hit everything so hard. And I mean, Iron Bundle has, like, no fucking moves, so I might as well bring Hydro Pump as well. but I was prepared for, like, the fucking freeze-dry, like, sweep. I was a little too prepared, unfortunately. So, unfortunately, Iron Bundle, you're the cringe of the week. Unfortunately, everybody just posted in the comments, Morgan, that was cringe AF. Sorry.
I forgot Iron Bundle even fucking learns U-turn. Like, I thought I was like, in my brain it was only flip turn. Like, U-turn makes sense because flip turn is like resisted by everything, and there is a water absorber there with Lantern, so it's just like,
yeah,
it made sense.
It's like if Iron Bundle needed an out, it needed to be U-turn.
Yeah, it was just like a little bit better. But, you know, we like those tiny optimizations around here. Yeah, Arc Fire.
Arc Fire was literally just here to counter the other Arc and Ferrothorn. Because I was like, both of those guys are coming. Which is funny, because Ferrothorn didn't come. But, I was like pretty confident that it was, so I brought Arc Fire against a fucking Rain team.
Yeah. I just looked at Pharah and I was just like, this is not going to do as much as stacking another fucking, like, breaker onto this team.
And you know what? That's fair.
Like, that was a team built for the differential, not really to win, necessarily.
Right.
If it was hard, if it was purely to win, then maybe Pharah would have made it. But, yeah.
And I mean, I think Thunder is funny on it. Because, I mean, obviously it takes advantage of the weather a little bit. So, like, since it was max speed, I mean, it didn't outspeed the Swift Swimmers, but I think it outsped, like, anything that wasn't really.
Yeah.
Like, so having Thunder on it was like, yeah, it's a free button. If they have to switch into Arc, it's a free button to click.
Yeah. This would have been walled by Lantern, though.
Yeah. Yeah, but Lantern didn't come.
Lantern Gaming.
Calyrex is funny as fuck. Calyrex. Yeah. I wish I got to use this Calyrex, honestly. Because, like, the fucking stupid Trick Room into Bullet Seed is, like... Bullet Seed is pretty much the only viable grass move that Calyrex has. I mean, it has Leech Seed, but, like, that doesn't do super effective damage. It sets up Leech Seed, and Leech Seed is good, but I was like, I need a little something. I need this to pay dividends, especially because I knew there'd be guys like Kyogre. I knew there'd probably be guys like Palafin or maybe a Manaphy in there. And I was like, okay. We were prepared. I think the specific thing we were prepared for was Substitute. Because we were worried that Substitute would just make, like, Calyrex, like, a little bit of setup fodder. Because, like... Again, other than Bullet Seed, it doesn't really have a lot for the waters.
Yeah.
So, it was both for the waters and for the potential substitutes. And I mean, then Trick Room Swords Dance is like, I'm probably going to end up bringing this every fucking week. Because what the fuck else does this fucking, fucked up horse do? It makes you really mad. It makes you have to play Trick Room games. And then Ninetales is also, like, this is just Ninetales. You get Aurora Veil, and then Freeze Dry, and then the other two moves are whatever the fuck. I mean, Heal Bell was to deal with specifically any potential burns from, like, a Scald or whatever. Or even a... I don't know if anything on Diana's team could Will-O-Wisp, but at the very least, we didn't want, like, something like Calyrex to get, like, burned.
And Encore's team was... Encore's use was demonstrated.
I don't need to explain to you the use of Encore because it happened. You saw it.
Yeah.
That arc was very upset.
Sapsipper Gudra, like Gudra Zui, like Solvus, like pretty good. Like I don't know, like
Gudra.
It didn't need to be Sapsipper.
It was supposed to be Sapsipper because we wanted a block for Ferrothorn like Leech Seed.
Oh yeah. Leech Seed is better. That's good.
Gudra was the fucking GOAT of that match. I am so proud of that Gudra. I mean, obviously there was a little bit of hacks involved with the Gudra with the Thunder Paralysis, but, like, you saw how good, like, that Thunder was still doing quite a lot of damage on, like, basically no special attack investment. We went full bulk, because we did not want Kyogre to be able to do a fucking thing to this, because Kyogre is a fucked up strong guy. I don't know if you guys know this, but Kyogre is really fucking strong, and I was really worried that Kyogre could potentially steal the game, and I was like, like, this is the specially bulkiest guy I have. We put a Salt Vest on it, and then it was like, it's so good. I mean, it really only... Did it click Draco? I don't think it did. I think it only clicked Dragon Tail and Thunder, and that was really all it needed to do. I mean, Fire Blast, since Pharaoh didn't get brought, it probably wasn't getting clicked.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been clicked on Arc, but, you know.
Yeah.
Overall, though, I'm happy with the team. I'm sorry, Iron Bundle, that you got embarrassed on live TV. Unfortunately, they will be executing you tomorrow. It's my fault, but also, I'm glad you're taking the bullet for me, because I'd rather live than you. I told you I was the... I told you I was the villain this week.
Yeah.
I'm like the villain that just destroyed the fucking world.
Right.
Did Sauzels finish dinner?
I don't know if Sauzels finished dinner.
We could do a different match then.
Can you type if you finished dinner?
Hold on one sec.
Let me look at, like, stuff. Let me look at, like... had crust. No, we had WAFFLOES Funyonion. WAFFLOES Funyonion might be good. I don't know if Funyonion is present. It's around tonight. Funyonion will not be appearing today. But you can speak for them, yes. Yeah.
Okay, hi.
Yeah. I think we're gonna do WAFFLOES Funyonion.
Yay.
Right now. Let's just pull it up. Or unless... Actually, I don't know, wait, Ribbon is here. Ribbon said she wasn't sure about, like, making it, so I don't know if maybe we should do that one, because I don't know how much time Ribbon has.
Like... I forgot to say my favorite Mon on Diana's team. My favorite Mon on Diana's team, I mean, it's Tentacruel. No, wait, that's mean. I just realized that's mean because Tentacruel missed the gunk shot on me. Never mind. My favorite Mon on Diana's team is Palafin because he's a cool dolphin.
Yeah, he's like a dolphin. He's like Avengers, but Dolphin Ventures.
That's true.
Yeah, like, basically.
Yeah, can you just when you put favorite Mon in the sheet, can you put Avengers but Dolphins?
Yeah, Faye, you do that. And Faye will do it.
Dolphin Avengers.
I'm gonna like... Yeah. I'm gonna do this. We're gonna do this one, I think. I don't know if Bell's around, but I'll I'm gonna like the MFL, like we are doing your match. But yeah, let's get it going. Oh, the Marvel 2 ST.
Alright. Bell versus Ribbon. How many matches do we have left, by the way?
Let me think. We have Funyonion WAFFLOES, and we have this Funyonion WAFFLOES and Sauzels Faye and Cross.
Oh my god, we're only halfway through? Oh fuck. I'm supposed to finish Luigi's Mansion tonight.
Well,
Can you lower the volume of the Marvel vs. Capcom music? I feel like I'm screaming over it.
is this? How's
Thank
this?
you. That's good.
All right. Anyways, let's do. I think there, yeah. Let's keep going.
Alright, so we see the Moltres lead into Scizor. Obviously, Scizor doesn't like that, so Edison's glue comes out. Takes a fat flamethrower, does about 30. And then Arc hits a funny Ice Beam.
And
Give
it
it
does
up.
fuck all the Ting-Lu.
Yeah,
Nice.
Ting-Lu is fucking annoying to deal with. Here comes Cold Turkey, though. Ting-Lu doesn't like that, so go directly into Jirachi. That was a nice, like, read into the Toxic. Or maybe Bell just got lucky, I don't know. So-
Body Slam gonna click here. Maybe Bell doesn't know in this situation that you can't paralyze electric types, but
Yeah.
it's fine. It also is just like, it was just the strongest neutral hit there. But now this guy's burned.
And Edison's glue has to deal with Ralph. And Ralph doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah. Articuno is going to defog away. Bell just brings in Lopunny on the on the defog, on the obvious defog.
It's a nice fake out. It's a nice close combat on Scizor. Holy shit. Scizor
Yeah,
gets
and then
scared.
You see again, like
Honestly, considering that's ×4, like, resisted, that's not the worst damage
Yeah.
in the world.
yeah, and then 31%. Yeah, we got a U-turn now.
But this is a certified
Flame Buddy.
nuzzle moment.
Yeah, Flame Body Nuzzle on the Moltres isn't the worst thing ever here, and then Burn on the hat is actually pretty nice because you can't status it manually, obviously.
Yeah.
No Roost on Moltres kind of sucks, but whatever. Very solid chip with that Flamethrower, 22%. Ting-Lu comes in and only takes 38% like a boss.
Ting-Lu is,
but-
like, maybe one of the most fat mons they've added.
Yeah, it has bullshit numbers. Yeah, so fire bunches here, good hedge. It would hit the seasonal order. Hit that.
Yeah.
That comes back in.
Hatterene gets sacked. Edison's glue comes in and starts doing something funny. It's time for something a little funny. And Belle just, like, is not letting this judgment hit. She sees it every time.
The team only has 35%. Just spike on it. Fuck it. This guy can't do
who gives
anything.
a fuck?
He's dead next turn. Yeah. And then, yeah, like, Articuno just forced a defog here so Rachi can come in, exploit it. Faster, it can Iron Head. Forced out and just clicks Fire Punch, hits the Scizor.
Yeah, and that's tough. Body Slam does not kill.
Yeah.
And here comes the Serial Chiller.
Yeah. Moltres comes in.
Takes the
resists the
Sacred
Sacred
Sword.
Sword.
And
Huge flame body.
holy shit. Shout out to Moltres. I know this guy is good.
Yeah.
Moltres is like a mon that, like, is never, like, is very rarely ever OU, but is secretly, like, one of the best, like, lower tier guys ever.
Yeah. It's just, it really, like, its boots reliance is the only thing holding it back. And Jesus Christ, the 30%, this is completely uninvested Moltres, I'll spoil. But the Flamethrower keeps doing a ton to, like,
Yeah.
everything. Like, a ton of really solid chip. Ralph comes back in,
He's gonna wreck it.
and, like, we know how this 1v1 goes by now.
Yep. 25 damage. Fat Earthquake.
Yeah, just fucking... Just EQs again, like...
That's why I said rarely, Faye.
But yeah, Z Celebrate comes out on normal Rayquaza, not Mega. It clicks the Overheat as well. Surprise for the fucking for the Rachi. But Scarf Moonblast here nearly kills, doesn't quite.
Damn!
Bell switches into Moltres for no reason, but Moltres doesn't die.
But gets paralyzed.
Then Bell kind of just does this weird dance, like sacks the Tinglu, which is kind of fair. But then finally remembers, oh yeah, I need to just fake out on this thing.
Yep.
And then forgets that how fake out works for a second, so has to take a bunch of Sacred Sword damage. I want to say that one thing that happened is I literally, it was like me, Eve, and Hazel in the call talking about this game. We were watching it live, and I literally said, like, okay, Bell, don't forget that fake out. Like Bell wasn't there. Like, Bell was deafened, obviously, but I was like, okay, Bell, please don't forget that fake out. You can't use fake out twice in a row and use fake out twice in a row. And she immediately did it, and we were all like, oh my god. But
well,
it happens.
It be how it be.
Thankfully, thanks to the burn, like, you know, it lives, so it didn't really matter. Yeah, Arc Poison comes out here. It takes nothing from Sacred Sword. Sludge doesn't hit. But Surf kills here. This is Sludge Pop Surf, which is kind of fun. But yeah, like, now this arc needs to, like, it can just start clicking Calm Mind.
And now we have the Great Calm Mind Wars, except Arc Poison is doing a little better. Doing a little better overall. Although it's interesting that it's running Sludge Bomb over Judgment.
Yeah.
And just survives the crunch due to the burn.
Yeah. At this point, yeah,
yeah, and despite the fake out misplay, it looks like Bell's got this in the bag.
Yeah. With Sludge Poison. Like, yeah, like, nothing Articuno can really do in this 1v1. But yeah.
And it's
that was a game.
It's a dub for Bell.
Yeah. Let's bring the team and let's bring in Bell. Hi, Bell.
Hi. I don't have too much to say because I mean, team's pretty good. The arc set's crazy, as we said.
Yeah, like, I'll say a little bit about the arc, which is just that, like, Sludge is just, like, honestly, I think overall a little better than Judgment. Like, Judgment's usually better than the stab move of whatever type, but 30% poison on Sludge Bomb, like,
wait,
really
hold on. Get your best viewers.com, pussy.com. Go to pussy.com and you can get your best viewers ever!
Oh, shit.
Oh, what? Go to pussyhack.com.
And I killed them.
But, but Sludge Bomb, like, Sludge Bomb 30% poison chance, like, really, and especially, like, in, like, the arc, in, like, the theoretical arc 1v1 where arc wasn't already poisoned, like, or it wasn't already burned, like, it just made the 1v1 so much better with Sludge Bomb, like, with the potential poisons. And, like, 90 is just not that big of a drop-off from 100. The poison chance is just more valuable overall, I think. And then Surf was just kind of a weird, like, it just hit everything neutrally. Like poison water hit everything neutrally, which is it's nice.
That's how Grandma Poison Water.
Shouts out Grandma Poison Water. Yeah.
I'm a boss. Meal, which the name is a Killer 7 reference. It doesn't really make that much sense, but I don't care. I just like it. Little Ugly Mane, like, was able to do something this game, but still feeling kind of lugubrious, honestly.
I don't currently think Fluttermane is on fraud watch. I think Fluttermane is teetering on the edge of Pro Watch, but like really, Fluttermane like was necessary to win this game. This game was lost literally if like Scarf Fluttermane wasn't there. So like that Moonblast was necessary to click, even if it didn't quite kill. It was necessary.
Yeah. Yeah, the fake out thing that was tragic. You gotta forgive me.
Yeah.
I'm only like barely a Pokemon person. These teams are just like I'm working with our greatest minds, you know. Parentheses Sienna.
Bill doesn't have like a lot of the newer people. It's just a game knowledge gap sometimes, or just like forgetting.
I will say. First, like 30 something turns of this game are the most I've ever felt like a Pokemon player. It was great.
Yeah, you're doing good.
Yeah, that was like that was I mean, I'm congratulating myself here. I don't care. I was doing good. I was putting in work. It was
Hey, feel free to congratulate.
Proud of myself for at least like some of those plays.
Like, why else would we bring people on to talk about their face if it wasn't?
I mean, yeah, no, Tinglu, a boss.
Yeah, we probably should have been Stone Edge over Ruination, but
whatever. It definitely should have been, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Needed a Stone Edge, but it's okay. I don't have much else to say. I think also my other favorite play that I made was the Rashi Fire Punch.
Yeah,
that was like I definitely actually popped off at that.
Yeah, it went perfect. So yeah, like I don't know. Like I guess I'll talk about like the team stuff. I did more of the team stuff. Like
you can do that. I think I should go walk my dogs.
All right.
Yay.
See ya. It's your time.
Of course. Have fun.
Yeah. Like Fluttermane, like Scarf Fluttermane just made sense here. Like beat up some of the really scary setup sweepers that Ribbon has. Like revenge kill them. You know, like Moonblast, Chien-Pao, Moonblast, Rayquaza, like Icy Wind actually for Landorus, etc., etc. You know, just a few different few moves. You know, it worked out nicely. It was max speed in case of like a potential Scarf Chien-Pao to just speed tie. Mega Lopunny is extremely normal. I won't even really comment on it. This is bog standard Mega Lopunny. This might as well be straight from Smogon. Jirachi was a little interesting. We had some speed here so that I could outspeed a lot of the like kind of like I think the like base 95 area, stuff like that. Able to switch into like Dragon Ascents decently, like a lot of different little things decently, Caesar buttons decently, Fire Punch hit Caesar, nice Rock Setter, Iron Head, just good. Potentially cheese your way out of numerous situations. Moltres fucking went hard.
Truly.
It was like mixed bulk to like I think it was just mixed bulk for like not get like completely pwned by like Arc Electric, but like also not get completely pwned by Rayquaza, and like just not get completely pwned by anything, and like just generally like have good matchups. Flame Body obviously also really came in clutch. Very good ability. It turns out 1 in 3 chance of making physical attackers useless if they hit you with a combo or with a contact move is like brutal.
True.
But yeah. That's basically that team. My favorite guy personally is Moltres because
my favorite guy is also Moltres.
It just wouldn't stop.
I'm already like inclined to like Moltres, and this match just like solidified that more. This guy rules.
Yeah. All right. Let's bring in Ribbon. WAFFLOES. Hi.
Hello, everybody.
So yeah,
I'm so glad you've all had me on to talk about this. I love all my little guys so much.
yeah.
Yay.
That's up to the guys. Yeah, had good Edison the Glue here, which is technically a Judgment Ice Beam Recover 4th move. As
It
is
is,
often
I
the
can't
case.
lie, that's just a good sound.
It's just fucking good.
It's just
Yeah,
good,
like
I wanted to try to think of like something more creative or unusual to use for my RCS, but like
for Arc
I don't think you
Electric,
can't really beat that
especially
set.
for Arc Electric, especially, it's so good. It's like
Yeah,
you get
especially
with one stab, like yeah, it's just amazing.
Arceus Electric.
Yeah, like,
I feel like under an underappreciated Arceus form. I feel like it does a lot of things that people don't really appreciate it for, and it can be a lot more useful than everyone thinks.
yeah. But sadly, it did also kind of get fucking fallen by Tinglu.
Yeah.
Potentially underestimating just how fucking fat Tinglu is, even when taking super effective moves. It's just
that was so like it caught me off guard. I was like, I'll put the Tinglu switch in. What can it do? Like 40-50%. Did like a quarter.
Yeah. Like it was like 30% at +1, even though you're 252 special attack. It's like Jesus. Yeah, you had the Scissor Sister here. Good name. Maybe Caesar. Like the 2-2 adamant, like 2-0 HP, 2-2 attack. Like adamant is like fun, like really strong Caesar set. Like yeah, I mean pretty normal overall.
Like I really enjoy that. Like putting max attack or max special attack on Pokemon. Especially Pokemon good. like with priority or like very fast Pokemon. Originally I had Defog on my Scizor, and then I had on my Articuno Ancient Power to hit Moltres.
Yeah.
But I calced it, and it turns out Articuno still loses that 1v1 for some reason. So I switched it to like Toxic on Articuno.
Yeah. Yeah, like unfortunately it's like 240 power, like Ancient Power is, like it's just not actually that strong. It's like I think that's probably weaker than what it like it's probably the same power as Flamethrower, right? It's like because it's like 90 times 2 is 180, and then 180 times 1.5 is it's 270. Yeah, so the Flamethrower is stronger in that situation.
Yeah,
and
because
Moltres has higher special attack.
I think if you're whether or not you're especially offensive or defensively invested,
yeah,
I think you still 3-hit KO each other. And then Moltres is like 90 speed and Articuno is like 85. It's just so sad. I came up with so many different sets and strategies for Articuno, and then I realized, oh wait, Game Freak hates Articuno, and they gave it the worst stats ever.
Yeah. The birthday boy came in, celebrate good times, come on. I like this set. I think it's a fun set. I think Z Celebrate Rayquaza is fucking scary, for one. I just think it's terrifying. I assume that you went with like Overheat over V Create V Create and Celebrate aren't compatible, right? Yeah, they're event moves. My brain, but Overheat might have been better anyways because just no attack drop. Rayquaza is just so absurdly strong.
Rayquaza is just like crazy strong. Like, cause when I was I got Rayquaza, like I drafted Rayquaza like first thing for 2 reasons, and one was it answers weather really well, like Kyogre and Groudon and stuff.
Yeah.
But also I was reading through the rules, and I saw that status Z moves weren't banned, and I thought I gotta think of a funny way to abuse this. And Z Celebrate was just the first thing that came up, and like honestly,
right, it's nuts.
It's like no one ever thinks about it, but like during that match, I think it like survived, like
it survived the Moonblast.
It survived like the Slenderman Moonblast with like 4%, and then like it got like the KO on Jirachi, and like that was like I think the biggest challenge for me in team building is like how do I make this more than just a Dragon Dance? Like how do I incorporate like the bulk and special attack?
Yeah,
and I think like this set kind of does that. I think it was like one of the more like the probably one of the sets that I'm most proud of is just because like Z Celebrate is just such a funny idea and I really love using it.
Super sick. Yeah, like and like it's scary. Like you'll definitely be able to bring that more than once. Like that is not just a one-time gimmick. That is a scary fucking thing on a Pokemon with a stat line like Rayquaza's.
Especially because like Rayquaza has I think like equal attack and special attack, which no one ever really talks about. Like Rayquaza's special attack capability, but like looking at its moves, it gets like Meteor Beam, Hurricane, Ice Beam, Thunder, Thunderbolt, like Overheat, Flamethrower, Ice Beam, Blizzard. Like it gets Draco Meteor. It gets so many like really scary attacks, and I feel like Arceus like not I was gonna say like Arceus is often thought of as like a very customizable Pokemon. Like you can put a lot of things on it. And I think Rayquaza is kind of up there too. Like, with all the different kind of options you can have to run it. And I think people really sort of underestimate it for that.
Yeah. You have pretty normal hat here. Like just going down to hat, like pretty normal. Like I don't really know what to say about it. It is definitely a hattery. It is very good at spreading paralysis. And it is very good at like keeping like I don't know like the nuzzle and the psychic noise into the Moltres was like really good. Like having both of those happen, like it was kind of brutal for it. Like Moltres still functioned with after that, but like it was like way less. That was a lot for it. Yeah, and then you have the Chimpao, who sadly got burned immediately. But that's just the way things go sometimes.
Sometimes you're at the top of the world, and sometimes you're burned.
You know, I feel like I'm gonna be honest. I really overprepared for the Pharaoh Seed. Like I was so sure Bell was gonna bring Pharaoh Seed, and so that's why like I put Mystical Fire on my Hatterene. I was like, she's gonna bring Pharaoh Seed. It can use spikes and Leech Seed.
Pharaoh Seed, like honestly. Pharaoh Seed was honestly like a real thought. It's just like the fact that Rayquaza can click V-Create made us think no, because it's like you can't like because it actually is one of the like actually kind of can wall the dragon Ascents, but then like it clicks like V-Create or I guess Overheat in this case, and it just dies. So rip. But yeah.
Yeah, no, but Hatterene is I think probably going to be like one of my most consistently useful Pokemon, just because being able to reflect back like whatever is very useful.
Manic Mounts is epic.
Why did my music mix get really scary for a second?
It's like such an offensive team. Like you know, Healing Wish can be super valuable as well. Like all the little things Hatterene provides, it's super good. Like Chimpao, like sadly got burned immediately. Ice Spinner over fucking Icicle Crash is fair. I know there are Icicle Crash haters in the world. I personally probably would have been too fucking petrified of Flame Body burns on Moltres to not bring Icicle Crash, but you know that's just me. It's not like it got the click either. It just clicked Sacred Sword and then immediately got burned. That's life.
I will be honest. I'm a born and bred Icicle Crash hater.
Yeah.
First of all, shout out to WAFFLOES for the nickname there, Serial Chiller. Thank you, WAFFLOES. Yeah. That was very clever. But also like that was one of the first things that I highlighted like, when I was writing up, like when I was theory crafting teams and thinking of strategies and stuff. for the draft, the first thing I put at the top of my document was like, no inaccurate moves. Like always flamethrower, always thunderbolt, always like ice beam, and that's sort of what I try to stick to.
Yeah. Hey, you know, in best of one, sometimes that's the best path. Yeah. It can be brutal out there, but yeah. You know, any final thoughts?
I can't lie. I did get kind of unlucky, like with the burns and everything. But at the same time, like that's Pokemon, like that's the game we play.
Yeah.
I feel like Bell was just kind of more solid, like brought a really solid team. Like I didn't realize this until after the match was already over, but I didn't have any like hazards on my team. I didn't have like spikes or self rock or anything. And I feel like Bell just brought such a solid team with like Jirachi and like Arceus and everything that I couldn't really break through.
So a lot of free time to just switch around and like.
Absolutely, yeah. Like for so much of the game, I felt like I just couldn't really make progress, and I think like, of course there was like the luck aspect to it. Like I got kind of unlucky, but also, really she was just like more solid, honestly.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Thanks for your time.
Of course.
Good shit. Let's see what I'm gonna be doing next. Sauzels, are you done with dinner yet? Are you there? Are you in the chat, Sauzels? Are you done with dinner? The rest we're doing WAFFLOES.
I'm calling this now also. If we don't finish Draft League before like 11:30, I'm gonna start screaming. Okay?
What? Well, why scream?
Because I have to beat Luigi's Mansion.
Loud? For loud?
It's gonna be loud.
What's your favorite guy here, by the way?
Oh, my favorite guy? I mean, the Rayquaza Z Celebrate.
Yeah.
Is pretty dope.
Morgan's favorite on their team was Udra.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways. Alright. No response from Sauzels, so we're gonna do WAFFLOES versus Funyonion. This is 2 games, but the first is very fast. Let's just boot it up here. We got the epic Kirby LSD. One C agreements. Alright, let's pull it up. Funyonion WAFFLOES, let's go.
Alright, so the Zygarde lead into the Psychic Terrain indeedy. And here comes the big fairy. Arc Fairy. Now, Mega Squawkabilly don't give a fuck about what Arc is putting down. However, Fatherfucker Fike has a word to say with Mega Squawkabilly. Hits I Am a Bird. Hits I Am a Bird with a nice Torch song. Unfortunately, I Am a Bird doesn't give a fuck about that song. He actually hates it. He thinks music sucks. Squawka Pretty comes out, takes a crit judgment. It's a lot of switching in the early game. It's a lot of switching from both sides. But now WAFFLOES has a little bit of an advantage in the switch game due to the toxic spikes.
Yeah.
And Knockoff just does not do nearly enough. And here comes Smeargle with Moody. Geomancy!
Let's talk about a couple things. Number one, I'm pretty sure WAFFLOES just forgot an item on this Skeletorch, so that's kind of funny. That's why the Knockoff didn't do anything. And the Claude, apparently, yeah. But yeah, okay, so let's talk about Moody Smeargle really quickly. I messed up in the rule set. I intended for Moody to be banned, but I didn't write that down anywhere because in my brain I just completely forgot that in Ubers Moody isn't banned.
Yeah.
And that's just on me. So in all the language on the doc, I was like, Moody is it didn't say Moody was banned, but I wanted it to be banned. And so we had a bit of a meeting. It was me, Faye, and Hazel, and we were just talking. We were like, what the fuck do we do about this? We eventually just decided, like, okay, we're gonna ban Moody because it's fucking bullshit. It's stupid. It's like not it does not reward skill. It's a very dumb ability. But we gave Funyonion a free trade, which is why now if we were to look at Funyonion's sheet, like Porygon Z is there over Smeargle, because we gave Funyonion a free trade for Smeargle if like banning Moody was a deal breaker. They went with Porygon Z, and that was the end of the conflict. But yeah, bit of egg on my face. I made a mistake as an organizer. I still felt bad kind of taking this thing away, but it's like, it's fucking Moody. It's so dumb. I hate it, so I actually didn't feel that bad. But yeah, just explaining that little incident. But yeah, now fucking Geomancy Moody Smeargle immediately getting word out. Foul play. Why the fuck did that? Wait, why the fuck did that? Oh, it's Hustle. Duh.
Yep.
Yeah, foul play missed twice because of Hustle. And 3 times because of Hustle. Jesus.
Poor Squawkabilly.
Yeah, I Am a Bird comes out, gets poisoned. Doesn't it really do enough to fucking Dirge? And like, fucking look at that Hex. Like, come on, dude. But Dirge just has to leave.
And another that's... Whew!
Oh yeah, you can also see me in the chat going, does Ventex Draft not have Moody Claws? Like, I was so confused. I saw Moody there, I was like, what the fuck? But yeah,
An Arc Fairy just starts going crazy. 2 Judgment kills in a row. 3 Judgment kills in a row. Mega Squawkabilly finally decides to try and clean up the situation a little bit. Unfortunately, Fatherfucker Fike is out, and there's basically nothing Mega Squawkabilly can do. Mega Squawkabilly tries setting up an iron defense, and it's just...
dispenses.
It's a little bit of a sad situation.
Dynamax Cannon for funny, but it doesn't do anything, and yeah, that was a 6-0. Yeah, and then this was a game 2 match, so we're gonna watch the game 2 now. And it's also not that I don't think this one's that long either, but it's a little longer. Oh shit, sound off.
Ah!
Fuck you.
Ah! I got scared.
Yeah.
And here we go, Squawka Pretty coming out. Let's see, can Funyonion do a little something this time? I mean, we know Funyonion loses, but it's okay. It's okay. Maybe miracles can happen. I don't know, maybe this is all a lie. Maybe this stream is an illusion that you don't even see coming. Unfortunately, Squawka Pretty is trying so hard to break this Clodsire. It would just take, like, 1 crit to fuck this thing up, but it's like, you don't want to rely on that. And now, Squawka Pretty unfortunately goes down. Mega Squawkabilly, revealing Ironhead, had Ironhead this whole time.
Crit. Motherfucker Fike,
Yeah, hitting Blaziken. I'm not sure what Blaziken's really doing out here. It's a nice
again,
knockoff.
knocking off no item.
Doesn't even give a fuck about it. Like, Skeledirge is fat, dude. This guy takes hits like it's nobody's business. And Roar is out. Smeargle, who just decides, you know what?
Despite knowing the Roar's there, just doesn't give a shit.
Yeah. And I Am a Bird comes out, tries to Dragon Tail, but Arc Fairy, WAFFLOES is just like finessing on Funyonion at every turn.
Insta kill on this Smeargle. Fucking insta kill on the fucking good. Squawkabilly though. Squawkabilly does 74% with Brave Bird.
Yeah. Squawkabilly goes down, but Arc has been hurt. Arc has been injured. Unfortunately, Mega Squawkabilly kind of sucks. Mega Squawkabilly is a no good individual.
Much weaker than regular Squawkabilly, it turns out. I mean, that's his father, like, he's old age, you know?
Yeah, it happens. Yeah. You know, it's the same reason Joe Biden dropped out.
Yeah. Mega Squawkabilly is a lot like Joe Biden. The mirror armor happens.
Yeah, funny mirror armor. Funny. I don't think it does anything with these last two mons, but it is funny.
Yeah. Trick Scarf onto the fucking Mega Squawkabilly, but it actually gets a kill there.
Yeah.
Sneasler comes in, like, it actually is unburdened this time. But CC don't kill, and EQ do kill with -1 defense.
Yeah, Funyonion, despite, like, WAFFLOES is an extremely good and, like, scary player to face. So, like, honestly, like, Funyonion is doing pretty good here.
Decent game overall.
Too bad the agreement is that you have to keep the worst differential.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, this would be a much, much better differential to deal with.
Yeah, and at this point, WAFFLOES just decides, fuck it. I'm gonna do this now. I'm gonna get to +6 now. Fuck you.
No reason to even do this. There is absolutely nothing that could be done about Necrozma.
Morning Sun, like, just says fuck it, and then turns into Ultra Necrozma, and then clicks Outrage.
And here comes back Zygarde. That funny animal. Yeah. And it dies.
Yeah. That's that set of games.
Pretty good.
Let's
pretty good.
Let's get that waffle in here.
Yeah. I have to pee again.
Yeah, okay.
Important for chat to note. I had like I've downed like 3 water bottles this stream.
Oh fuck.
That's good. You gotta
the water bottle gamer. You gotta stay hydrated for real. Your colon.
It's true.
Thank you.
The only problem is now I'm the pisser. But the good news is that means Sienna can talk for me.
Wicked pissa. All right. So this is a funny games.
Yeah, let's talk.
You said you were on like a voice chat with Funyonion when you both built your teams, right?
Literally, Tony like hit me up. They said they just wanted to bet, and I was like, okay, I'll just make we'll call, and I'll just make my team in like fucking 10-15 minutes. That's why 2 of my Pokemon don't have items. Me and Funyonion, we play like a lot of just like casual like showdown matches, just for like fuckery.
Yeah.
So like I didn't want to like super lock in. I guess I didn't want to like try hard because like Tony's a good buddy of mine, and like we're both playing for funsies. Like it's not a super crazy match I have to lock in for. I did a little bit of EVing shenanigans, but nothing crazy.
Yeah, it seemed pretty simple. You got your like Art Fairy here. It's like pretty normal set. You're refresh. Do you remember why you're refresh on this?
It might have been. I think it was for Zygarde Glare. I think. Dude,
your brain is so special. That's mean. That sounds mean. Genuinely, it's just like I would never ever like if you gave me 15 minutes to build a team, no Pokemon would ever have refresh on it. It just wouldn't function. Not even that refresh is a bad move. Like, it makes sense. It's just so fucking like it. My brain doesn't work that way. I would just throw on all the default moves and call it a day. Yeah. Jerf baby.
Jerf baby.
Yeah.
That's my Austin Powers impression.
Yeah. That was cool.
Yeah, you got the kind of like mixed bulk and special attack like situation going on. Clearly the special attack was enough to just like nuking shit from orbit.
Yeah.
You have Necrozma here, like
Necrozma things. Nothing.
Ninja Lion. Yeah.
Nothing new here.
not an absurd set, just pretty normal.
I actually ran Morning Sun instead of fucking Magnet Rise this time. I guess that's the big difference.
Yeah, Sneasler, Unburned Sneasler, I assume 48 speed was enough to just beat fucking everything.
Mm-hmm.
You had Fire Punch for, what is it? Like,
the
Ferrothorn. Right, or not Ferrothorn, why did I say that? Fortress. Both F guys.
Oh yeah, and Fortress, yeah.
For Fortress, so yeah, because they're both F guys, they're both steel types, and they're both 4 times weak to fire, so they're basically the same, and they both set hazards, so they're the same guy.
Ebb is weak to fire too.
Oh yeah. But yeah, it hit like Corviknight and Fortress. Yeah. Though I think close combat is actually stronger than Fire Punch on the
No, absolutely. I don't know why I didn't bring CC. I guess I felt like I didn't need it. I guess...
No, you did bring CC. It's right there.
Never mind. I didn't bring a poison move. That was it.
Yeah.
You did not need a poison.
Ended up being fine. Didn't really need it. Indeedee makes sense. I think Scarf Indeedee is like one of the best ways to run it. Like just the Scarf Healing Wish, Scarf Expanding Force, like
with 10 minute really annoying. It was as fast as it could be against Darmanian Tam if it was Scarfed.
Yeah, but this thing's a pretty good guy. Itemless Dirge, which ended up honestly kind of being good for you. Like it wasn't amazing. It wasn't like it was actively, but it probably saved you from some.
Funny.
It saved you from some situations that kind of sucked. Like getting knockoff. Like the knockoff definitely would have been like over 50% on Blaziken if you hadn't been itemless. So
yeah,
hey.
If I had remembered, I probably just would put
you didn't need to. Yeah, you didn't need to slack off like nearly as much. So I mean, shouts out. Yeah.
Roar was pretty funny. I'm surprised how well Roar
did a lot. And then you had
is that cool?
And you had Claude.
Oh yeah, Poopy Baby, double hazards.
Yeah.
I don't know what I had water absorbed for.
Yeah.
I think Suicune. Okay, yeah, just Suicune. Just wall Suicune, basically.
Yeah.
There's nothing too crazy about the team. I asked Funyonion before our battle, like, are you gonna bring RCS? If you aren't bringing RCS, I don't wanna bring mine. But they just said, do what you gotta do. Go at full power. They said. And I was like, all right, I'll go full power. I tried to build a roster without RCS because I wanted to have an honorable bout with Funyonion, but that Zygarde was just way too scary.
Yeah.
And that's a reason I fucking ran refresh, like you said earlier.
Yeah. So we had the 500 Squawkabillies here and their ultimate quest. I
can only speak on Smeargle. Tony wanted me to relay that. Let me see here. They wanted to bring up the controversy regarding Smeargle's illegal technique. And that 500 Squawkabillies will not be associating with him anymore. Porygon Z has been drafted recently.
Yeah. This is Technician on the paste.
Huh?
Wait, hold on. Yeah, what the fuck?
Oh, they changed it. They changed it after, like, is it illegal? They changed it after.
That's funny.
That's so fucking funny. Yeah. Well,
I like that. It wasn't even between games, I don't think.
Message. Final message. Yeah, wow. I don't know. It wasn't between games. It was, I guess, after. That's so fucking funny.
Didn't want to get in trouble.
I don't know. I think it's like the same Corviknight they got throughout week 1. Let me check it.
Maybe.
I'm curious.
Tony does like the helmet Corv.
It's exactly the same except except week 1 had 0 attack IV, but this one had Iron Head. So this one had Iron Head over Protect, but it was the same thing otherwise. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Like pretty normal DNC. I don't know exactly what the EVs are about, but they're cool. They're probably cool. I don't know. Blaziken makes sense. I don't really know about Sash, but it's also just like you can. Things just randomly kill you in Ubers, right? So like Sash kind of works.
You never know.
Yeah. Squawkabilly, honestly, like, I was impressed by the amount of damage the Squawkabilly did to like, Arceus there.
Me and Tony were both like, what the fuck? How'd that do so much? We were both shocked.
Hustle plus Choice Band just makes even this, like, what, 92 attack, like, really fucking sick. It really just hits so hard. Well, I mean, that's like, what, 2.25x? It's 1.5 and 1.5. Like, that's a ton of fucking extra damage. And it's adamant, like, 2 adamant, like, huge numbers on the screen. That's what I said
on the Squawkabilly.
That's why I said Squawkabilly, you know, it's not obviously, like, a super good Pokemon, but it's like, people were like, it's completely useless. No, man, like, it actually has real breaking power. It's like a really scary breaker.
Do not underestimate the 500 Squawkabillies.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Hazel definitely knows. Hazel's a Rams player. Hazel knows all about Squawkabilly. But, Zygarde, pretty normal.
Pretty normal, 2 ground moves, yeah. Me and Tony talked about this after our match.
Earthquake is not normal. That's weird. I don't know what that is. Never mind.
Me and Tony been talking about, like, optimizing movesets a lot. They're gonna be locking in future matches. I help them a lot with, like, speed creeping and, like, optimal movesets and stuff. So, like, they're definitely excited for the next matches.
Yeah. I know. Like last draft stream, like, they were really, like, looking forward to just kind of, like, trying to, like, go hard, right? I think they were kind of, like, they said something along the lines, like, they were kind of inspired to just, like, get real on after that stream. So I'm glad, you know, it's exciting. This fucking Smeargle is all over the place. I don't know why.
This guy is hilarious. I don't even know why Apple Acid's on there. I'm gonna be real.
It's fucking Apple Acid, dude. But yeah,
sorry.
Pretty funny. I mean, it's obviously funny.
I have to make a correction now. I have to make a correction now. You know how I said that Tangrowth was the #1 most wanted criminal? Yeah. Obviously, that seems to have been a fucking lie, because this Smeargle is like... Here's the thing. Smeargle is going to escape from jail. Here's how I think it's gonna happen. Smeargle is going to sketch Trick, and Smeargle is going to use Trick on the prison guards to take their keys. And then Smeargle is going to escape, and when they think they got Smeargle cornered, boom, Geomancy burst, and then Smeargle hits them with the stab boom burst. All the guards are dead. And then Smeargle is a free criminal with +2 in every stat, plus those Moody boosts just making her stronger every single second. We do not stop her. So everyone, I need you to understand, we have a bounty on this Smeargle's head. If you think you can handle this dog's powers, please send it to justice. And by justice, I mean hell, because this thing needs to die.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Speaking of that, I did consider a lighter sentence for Smeargle than prison, which is... I know, considering what was just said, maybe that sounds like it was really letting off Smeargle way too easy, but I don't know. We, like, briefly talked about maybe, like, limiting Smeargle to be, like Moody Smeargle has to be, like, level 50 or, like, level 75 or something. You're just, like, doing the calcs, and it's just, like, Smeargle is such a dog shit Pokemon that we were actually just, like, if we did that, and, like, Tony ever brought it, we knew that it was literally just, like, worse for them if they had that option. Because we knew they'd bring it, and it's just worse than losing Smeargle entirely. It's like
imagine prepping for level 50 Smeargle. Like that's
it's dog shit. It's so bad. It dies to everything. But yeah, that's why we didn't do anything with it. Like even at +6. It's just, but yeah, level 75 Smeargle is still bad at +6. Yeah, overall, like I mean, funny games. Most wanted criminal Smeargle has been apprehended.
We'll be keeping an eye out. Porygon Z, hopefully. I think their name was, I forget, something Billy.
Something Billy, Digital Billy, I don't know.
Digital Billy.
Yeah, Digital Billy. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like, thanks for your time. Good shit.
Yep.
Alright. Now we're gonna do Faye Hazel finally, because it's actually happened. It's like Hazel's actually back from cooking dinner.
Just keep in mind, we have 30 minutes before I start screaming.
Yeah, you're scaring me.
I'm scaring you because
I'm making me anxious.
I'm scaring you because I will scream.
You're making me be like Luigi level scared. like in Luigi Mansion. Anyways, let's watch this fucking battle. I try to change the viewpoint to to match it, so it's like you're battling the battle theme that matches. But yeah, let's. Yeah.
So we got Lando versus Rotom. Lando hits the Toxic, and poor Rotom. Tammy 2-mits, can't hit an overheat. Hits the second one, but like at that point, that's just not as good. Just not as good.
We're gonna talk about like this, staying in on that, on like the stealth rock and stuff, like not clicking like defog here, just going in for the overheat was probably a mistake. Kind of a shame. Like Toxic just happens, but yeah, and the overheat miss sucked, but yeah, like Hazel saw now like this is really especially defensive because only doing 37% is actually really low because this was like fairly special effect. Yeah, I know it's a assault move, Hazel, but I'm talking about it anyways because it's interesting. Yeah.
So here comes in Creek Khaled, the new rapper hitting the scene. And here comes Gertie Gears. Oh my god. That's the game with Bridget in it. And here's Swarza hitting a nice Thunder Wave. Although Gertie Gears is getting up a little bit of Spikes action. Tries to Volt Switch, but Lando don't give a fuck. Lando is here to stop anyone for any reason.
Rotom come back in and click the defog, but this is like really like precarious now. Like look at how low the Rotom T-Waves here, and just like look at how low the health is now after this toxic damage. Like
and here comes Blaster Betty. They made a song about this character.
Yeah, and the Shell Smash is coming in hot.
Arc comes in, eats a fat Water Pulse, holy shit. But then Blastoise eats a fat Judgment. Oh my god.
Crit did not matter. We talked it later, crit did not matter. So the only debatable hacks there was that Faye had a 50%, Confusion's 50-50, right? But either way, yeah. Confusion
something
didn't
like
happen,
that.
But that's all that happened there. Crit was above board. Crit did not matter. Yveltal comes in. Healing Wish,
Arceus resigns. God bless our United States President. Former United States President. And now, Creek Khaled tries to set up, but then immediately gets scared by Gertie Gears. Gertie Gears hits a Iron Head, but Landorus continues to not give a fuck about anything that Sauzels is doing to him.
Yeah.
And now Tammy 2-mits is gone.
Conk comes in.
Boulder Berry. But then here comes Landorus again, doing his Landorus thing. But now he doesn't have Leftovers recovery, which is a little precarious for him. And here comes Tony Talons, taking a nice Earthquake, not giving a fuck, and uh-oh. The Toxic is not great, but Hone Claws with the dual Wing Beat immediately does like 50+ damage to Lando. Creek Khaled comes in, and Tony Talons, he doesn't give a fuck. Even though he's getting hurt so bad by Rocky Helmet. Unfortunately, because Tony Talons didn't give a fuck, it cost him his life. Now, anything though, starts setting up a Dragon Dance in front of Solgaleo. Hits a fat Flare Blitz. My god. But Solgaleo does a little bit of Thunder Wave action, but gets hit by the Synchronized, though. And we get another DD going. Gets hit by a fat knockoff. And Solgaleo is gone. Once again.
So the Lando doesn't die.
Yeah. Unfortunate. Minestrone comes out. Here comes Boulder Berry. And Boulder Berry just eats shit. But not before making Whatever the fuck this fucking beast's name is, eat shit a little bit too.
Eternatus.
Yeah, Eternatus.
Mario Minestrone, but yeah.
Now Gertie Gears is gonna do Gertie Gear things. Try and hit an Iron Head, but at this point, it's a little too late. Unfortunately, nobody even gives a fuck about the cast of Gertie Gear anymore after they added cyberpunk character Lucy.
Rest in Greece. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna bring, Faye in to talk about this too. And I'm gonna go to my own bathroom really quickly. And I'll just let Faye talk.
Yeah.
I bet. You can talk too, but Faye can talk too as well, additionally.
Nope, only Faye is allowed to talk. I have been silenced.
Yeah. Yeah, when like RoboKai fans are like down in the dumps right now, they're like not eating at all. Pray for them. So yeah, this is I got it, dudes. So like a big thing about my team is that like I was really scared of Yveltal when building, because like it does have like, especially because it's like 137 in both attacking stats.
Right.
So like it could easily run like a mix set and like be tough to deal with a lot of dudes. Like if I invested in like the wrong defense on a dude, then the Yveltal could take advantage of that really hard. So like a lot of this is like when calculating with this team, like I was doing it against like a Yveltal with 252 in every stat and also +1 in both attacks. Just like simulate the Naima scenario. So like all the being like extra pound, like any prep I put in, whatever the real Yveltal is gonna be, will be like easier to deal with in Nightmare mode, Demon Yveltal. So getting into like getting into like the actual sets, like I bought both ground types because like I really liked having the pressure on Magiana. Because like that was also like a really scary tune due to like Spadev Lanos is because like of course Hazel had mostly special attackers, so like I said like Intimidate by itself was good enough to like keep the physical attackers under control, and then like most of Hazel's team was honestly I'm pretty sure like she brought mostly physical attackers this game, ironically enough, but like the Intimidate and also just the general bulk of the team like was able to like handle it okay. So like I think it's like it was like blocking like all the electric types, all the volt switches from like Magiana and Tapu Koko and Rotom. Blocking those like help like keep the pivoting in check too. It's like EQ Toxic is like I've like grown to love Toxic plus a move super effectively in steals. This is just like, yeah, like the immunities aren't gonna want to switch into it.
Yeah.
And like Muckalola wouldn't have wanted to switch into it either. So like, yeah, this is a normal Lando with like EQ, U-turn, Silk Lock. It is Calm Nature. This is like another like Yveltal, so like Panic, like Yveltal defense point. Because like with the 36 defense and like the Calm Nature, like which reduces my physical attack. Like this is special defense minus physical attack, but that was like the EQ still 2-would KO Magiana pretty easily, and then like the Yveltal would do less. I would do less damage to myself with the foul play if Yveltal brought that. Like Lana could like stomach 2 foul plays if it needed to. And then, like, Creek Khaled. It was like the... I really wanted Floor just because it's like probably like the only like catch-all Yveltal check really I like handled with this.
Yeah.
Like the helmet like that really fucked over the dual wing beat on the physical set, and like the Floor just eats any special hits for breakfast and lunch and dinner. I kind of like fucked around a bit with the Carmines because like the Magino is still like full health and doing stuff, but like it's like if there was like an end game, I thought there was like a reasonable chance of an end game where like though Magino was gone and also like physical attackers were like dealt with. I was like maybe I'll like set up Carmine if it comes to that, but otherwise like checking the Yveltal and other special attackers, and and it's also like Conkelder is also like doesn't like handling a fairy type either. And, like Arceus Dragon, like the physical attackers Hazel had like did match up pretty poorly into Forges, other than like Mechalola. Because like overall like the Forges was like an important defensive linchpin. Yeah.
Yeah, Memo. This Memo spread is gamer. What's going on
here? Again like a lot more just like Yveltal like lines of defense. Like the 80 HP and 200 defense is like enough to live like a +1 life or boosted sucker punch from Yveltal after Stealth Rock. Like most of the time, like 95% of the time. And like I bias a little bit more towards physical defense than HP. Again, like as like another sort of like foul play contingency. Like, it's like a slightly faster than uninvested Rotom Heat. And then like the rest in attack, like the I was like trying to like balance like the attack and defense so that like I could reasonably survive a foul play from Yveltal and hit it with Icicle Crash. And it does have like the Thunder Wave support from Solgaleo, like the with the Cold Ability to like try and Solgaleo was either trying to like Thunder Wave Yveltal on the switch in, or like I'll try to like survive one turn with a Cold Berry to like paralyze Yveltal, and like and open up like a Icicle Crash like hair flinch route. You just fucking cheese it. And like Yveltal, the Solgaleo, I mean, again like it does lose. It really hates Yveltal. It really does not like that guy. But the thing is that like I thought it was like like the Thunder Wave and the knockoff felt like so valuable, and like the things that wanted to switch into Solgaleo hated taking knockoff and Thunder Wave so badly that I like it's like this is like worth it. And like Solgaleo existing kind of denied any sort of setup Magiana from being able to do anything at all. Like I would just like roar them out and like Thunder Wave them, and like it's like Magiana doesn't really have a good move to like hit Solgaleo, like Spadef Solgaleo, really. Again, just like important special check for Magiana, like the main thing that like comes in on Florges. And like just the Thunder Wave, just like slow down like Thunder Wave, like I knew like Hazel would need to go for like a more offensive route in this matchup. Just like given how like the tools she had to try and beat me were like more offensive leaning. So like Thunder Wave like it's like Thunder Wave really good at like, just slowing her down and making it more manageable on that front. And then Eternatus also has like a pretty game of spread here. Again I knew that coming back to like Yveltal again over and over. It's like I knew that Florges would like. It was like basically impossible for special leaning Yveltal like really break through Florges without like toxicking it or like just without like a lot of support. So like a ton of this I was like EVing to like handle physical Yveltal with like the more of a physical defense focus. So like the EVs here like outspeed unboosted me on Yveltal. Like I felt like I couldn't afford to like go for a higher speed tier because like I wanted a lot of bulk and special attack on it. It's like the special attack is for like to like reasonably 3 KO. Like again, like the demon Yveltal I was like calcing against with 252 in every EV in every stat. It was like with like a timely sludge bomb poison. It was like after losing life orb, it would reasonably 3 KO, and like if it's knock off, then it could still potentially 2 KO with a life orb boost and a timely poison, like a well-timed poison. Like the flamethrower and Dynamax cannon is of course like the like Arceus Dragon and Magiana mainly, and then like the Hazel had like a couple more fairy types in the back that like didn't end up getting bring, but like I thought having Sludge Bomb, having Poison Stab, I felt was valuable. And just like I kind of just didn't end up needing to do much other than just finish off the last couple dudes. Like I was like expecting like I turned this to be like a really important breaker in a lot of areas.
Right. Solgaleo, it's Fulber for like knockoffs, right? Like
I only covered Solgaleo a bit earlier.
Like, yeah, you mostly covered Solgaleo.
Yeah.
You have Fulber like whatever, and then like Arc Fighting, another 4 UV spread. Like Morgan is threatening me. I'm like anxious because Morgan told me that she's gonna scream in 15 minutes now. We have 15 minutes before Morgan screams. and you know, and then the worst thing that I can get, and no offense, Faye, but the worst thing I can get if I'm told we're close on time, you know, I'm gonna scream in 15 minutes from Morgan is Faye with a pace that has 4 EVs on 5 Pokemon.
Solgaleo is the only character here who doesn't have 4 EVs.
But yeah, so Arc Fighting,
like fighting like the
Defogger.
Yeah, like just like a defog, like it had like a lot of decent amount of like neutral-ish matchups.
Was 24 Spadef like a Fleur Cannon thing?
Oh no, I think the 24 Spadef was like the leftovers after like getting the speed tier I wanted and a damage threshold I wanted.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
So it's like the speed tier was like again like the creeping like base 100s because like again like if like a lot more of a commitment to like go for higher speed tiers because it's like, and it's mostly like Tapu Koko. I don't need to outspeed it, like go fast to check in. Like Arceus Dragon was a little bit scary because like it would like spread thin my Yveltal checks potentially, but like I felt like just having more bulk to deal with stuff was probably gonna be like more important than like going for speed ties or like higher speed thresholds.
Yeah, you had the Killing Wish there for, I assume, to keep like Eternatus healthy, like in case Eternatus got status or just got chipped down too far by Life Orb and like, wouldn't really have a recover opportunity.
Yeah. Like the just again it's like August mostly had like neutral matchups. Like it does neutral damage to Magiana and Yveltal and like Arceus and Blastoise.
Yeah. Like
it dealt good neutral damage to a lot of them, so like I figured that like I would have like positions where like I would like I'll just get into the positions where like potentially like 1v1 something or like just wear something down or get an opponent's hits in. I was like, but I feel like the healing wish is like if I wanted like one of my more dedicated checks something to like have a second chance.
Yeah.
It's like that would like a good way to like bring them back up to full.
All right. But yeah, we should probably move along. But like, any final thoughts? Like,
yeah, no, I think like, yeah, really just like the Florges Lando was like a bit of a dream team in this matchup.
Yeah, really good.
Like, and how it ended up.
And like Eternatus is just so scary for like Hazel in general that I got to do a lot of things like they're.
Oh, like it didn't need to come out until the end, but it's like the threat of it. I think like did a lot in the team building pressure.
Yeah, brutal. But yeah,
I think like as I'm building more and more with Solgaleo, I think it's like pretty incredible. It's just like it's a type of dude where it's like it encourages like fire types to come in and get knocked off, like the thunder wave on whatever comes in. I think it's like pretty cool. I'm liking this guy more and more as I build with him.
Okay. Alright, so yeah.
Morgan, who is your favorite?
My favorite guy on your team? Honestly, it's kinda just Lando. Lando did what Lando does, and what Lando does is extremely good. I had like, I don't know, he was like a thorn in Hazel's side the whole time.
For me, it's probably gotta be Florges Laker alert incoming, but it's probably gotta be Florges. Creek Khaled kind of just like, I don't know. It just in terms of like the thing that made me just instantly be like, oh Jesus Christ, when it happened was the dual wing beam to the helmet Florges. It was just brutal. So I don't know. Florges is probably my favorite here. Favorite in like still like I prepped Hazel, so I was still like Jesus Christ, fuck that's no, oh god. Yeah.
I was like doing a lot of prep with Eve, and like she really liked the Carmine Rocky helmet Florges. She thought that was cool.
Anyways, good shit overall. Like thanks for your time.
See ya.
Alright. Let's get his line here. There's 10 minutes until.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm probably gonna get screamed at in the middle of this.
Yeah, let's talk about it. We gotta. I do like the pace name. That was.
Yeah.
And the pace name the whole time. That's always been famed attack.
Yeah. It was just like faint at first, but then I was like, hey, wait, that's like the Pokemon move. And I'm also personally myself a big fan of the nicknames I did this time around.
Yeah, good names.
Yeah, I mean, Faye was getting a bit on my case for like Conkeldurr being here, but it was partially there just because I really wanted Boulderberry. In there.
Yeah.
So yeah, when I was starting to build, I'm like, okay, I was just like looking at Faye's team, and I had like my head in my hands, is like, because I had to face another fucking poison type that has moves that can murder Magearna. And my team is just like really weirdly poison weak, and I just did not realize that when I was building it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just like, okay, I have to bring another fucking offensive Mew to like try to get at it. It ended up just being max, just for any like weird Eternatus speed tiers.
Yeah.
Okay, and I mean, yeah, Faye keeps saying Arceus Dragon. It just gets killed by Dragon is not a good defensive type here. It doesn't absorb anything. I just dismissed it outright.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It just doesn't threaten Eternatus enough. I don't know. Faye seems to think otherwise, but
I don't know. It's a pointless fucking argument because the fucking game already happened, and like, are you trying to change the mind of somebody from the past? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's fine.
Anyway, So Psychic Fangs for stab and killing Eternatus. Play rough because I did a lot of Urshifu like planning, and it just didn't come. I was kind of surprised about that. Flare Blitz hit the steel types. And it did do a lot against Solgaleo. That was nice. But wasn't prepared for the Thunder Waves from Solgaleo. I did not know it learned that.
Yeah.
I was a little thankful for Synchronize there. And I mean, I guess that meant it should have been Lum, but it did also live on 1% after the Flare Blitz recoil.
Yeah.
I didn't bother seeing if like Play Rough would have killed there at +2. It might have. I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, it's. We've got Tony Talons here. This was Sienna's idea entirely. She showed me like +1 Black Glasses knockoff doing a lot against Eternatus, and that made me happy because I was scared of that thing. Yeah. And Dark Flying did just like do a lot against this this roster.
Yeah, we didn't fucking anticipate Helmet Florges, right?
Yeah, like... I mean, it killed with Moonblast anyway. That wasn't big of a deal. Yeah.
So creepy.
I was, on that turn, I was too distracted by being like. I was too surprised that Dual Wing Beat would have two shot there to even care about Helmet. That was interesting to me. Magearna was, I mean, it's Floor Cannon. It's another physically bulky for Urshifu, which I guess ended up kind of biting me in the ass because Urshifu didn't come and Flamethrower Eternatus did. Well, I mean, I knew Flamethrower Eternatus was coming no matter fucking what, but Floor Cannon, Spikes, Volt Switch, Iron Head again for Calm Mind Florges just in case.
Yeah.
Which did end up coming, but yeah, she saw through me. Didn't let it get Iron-Headed.
Yeah.
I had a decision here because Bold Nature, because I could have gone relaxed and done like relaxed 4 attack Ironhead had a decent chance to two-shot Florges, like max bulk Florges after Spikes. Which was decently nice, but then the minus speed, without minus speed, it did outspeed Jolly Urshifu after it being paralyzed by Rotom.
Yeah.
But again, Urshifu did not come.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think that changed a lot. I don't think the minus attack. I don't think the Iron Head chip on. I think Landorus is the only thing ended up hitting. would have mattered, or against Eternatus in the end game. It's just yeah.
Immediate deal. Either way. Mixed bulk Rotom.
Yeah, mixed bulk Rotom. I forgot to write down like what there were thresholds that made sense here. I think 100. Oh right, 100 special defense. With Calm Nature made it not get 2-shot by 0 special attack modest Dynamax Cannon. Which seemed important. And then rest in defense for, again, more Urshifu.
Yeah.
Just making it not die to a choice band close combat. Letting it Thunder Wave. Rotom Heat, I ended up just kind of... Because I just didn't think about especially defensive toxic Landorus, which I should have, because it's not an uncommon thing.
Yeah.
But I just for as much as I do put random toxics on shit, like I did for like Lilly's team this week, I just don't think about other people doing random toxic.
Yeah.
Which I think has bitten me in the ass many times throughout these 2 leagues.
Blaster Betty.
I mean, it's just kind of normal Shell Smash. Dragon Pulse is almost Ice Beam, but I mean, Water Pulse just kills.
Well, it's over now. The band-aid's ripped off. Yeah, Water Pulse is like basically better Surf. So you know, it's just it just makes sense as a stab. Mega Launcher. Yeah, you got the.
Yeah, Blaster Betty gets screamed at. Dragon Pulse is... I keep forgetting that, like, Mega Launcher Dragon Pulse is fucking strong.
Yeah.
Did a lot to Eternatus. And then Dark Pulse is, you know, Solgaleo. Just rounds it out.
Yeah.
Timid 192 to outspeed, like, a Scarf or Shifu, I think.
Yeah.
Again, I'm like now realizing like almost every single one of these Pokemon had something for Urshifu.
It didn't come, but that was a reasonable speed tier, no matter what.
Yeah. I mean, it made me miss out on Modest, but that didn't really matter because it only did damage against Arceus, which Healing Wished right after anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I pulled the trigger on that too fast. During that match, I should have just clicked Water Pulse without Shell Smash and saved Blastoise for later, because I knew the Arceus was not getting one shot. But I don't know. I was just like Rotom getting Toxics was so bad that I was feeling devastated.
Yeah.
Conkeldurr was a breaker.
Breaker, general priority. I mean, partially Urshifu priority, but general priority.
Yeah, it was priority that hit like Urshifu, Solgaleo, Greninja, Mamoswine. Just anything. Yeah. And could finish off maybe like an Arceus or whatever. Knock off to knock shit off, you know. And hit Zoroark in case, because whatever. I have Mach Punch in close combat. Facade I just thought was like marginally better than Defog. It hit Florges just in case somehow. I don't think this ever lives a Moonblast, but you know, who knows? Who fucking knows? I mean, it did the most against Eternatus. But yeah, just building this, like, yeah, Eternatus was bad for a lot of my team, just, like, Solgaleo and Landorus just walled a bunch of shit. This was a kind of devastating matchup, like, for the second time in a row.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not feeling great about my overall roster right now, but we'll see how the next couple of matches go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know, just like a few builder errors, like a lot of just kind of like mad plays and just like.
Yeah, I played a little. I did a little bad because mad.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah,
we've all been there.
We've all been there.
It was there just last week. But yeah.
You
know, overall, I mean, like, I don't know if you have any like final thoughts, but
yeah, I think I pretty much gave my final thoughts there.
Yeah, like I don't know.
The crew did their best. Like. This is the Wild West, so you can't know what happens next.
Yeah.
And you do your best, and you try to beat the rest.
Really well.
Yeah, Faye Faye definitely played very well. She got like a lot of shit just like completely correct throughout that match.
Really well. And I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's just.
But just like hearing Faye just like be able to just like prep everything entirely for Veltal and happen to dismantle the rest of my team in the process.
Yeah. 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 Like I believe in you. You're a powerful gamer. So I know you're gonna be okay.
Thank you.
But yeah. Thanks for your time. Good shit.
Mm-hmm. Any favorites?
Oh, favorite guys.
Fuck. My favorite guy on Sauzels Team, I mean, that Blastoise, like, water pulse, well, actually, that was a fail, because the confusion didn't work. So actually, Blaster Betty, sit the fuck down. I gotta give it to Annie anything. Because, I don't know, I just like Mew. You can do so much with Mew, and I like this Mew set. Dragon Dance Mew is awesome.
You can do anything with Mew, and I've brought Dragon Dance Psychic Things twice in a row.
Yeah, because it's fucking good.
Alright, good shit. We got one more game. And then you can go beat Luigi's Mansion, okay?
Okay, can I be honest?
Yeah?
I have a headache, so I'm not actually gonna do that tonight. I'm sorry to everybody who is watching, who was hoping I would do Luigi's Mansion later. I'm doing it tomorrow. I'm just gonna finish the game tomorrow, and then after Luigi's Mansion, I will play Doom Eternal. I will start that. Okay? Okay, that's my bit. Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, we're gonna put on this game. This game happened during the last replay review stream. It was mid-stream. And this is Steven versus Cross. And Cross did indeed win, so let's give it a look. See, you know, a little Sonic Colors remix. This is a little I feel like I don't know this. Anyways, let's pull it up.
All right, so we got the shiny Arc coming out to the shiny Slurpuff. Everybody's showing off immediately. So
I like the shiny yellow and purple on Arceus Ghost.
It is cool. It is pretty dope.
Not always into shiny Arc, but I think it works on those color schemes.
The Judgment does nothing to Ursaluna. And you know what? Ursaluna does a fat Blood Moon. Just kidding. It actually did 27. Yeah. Sorry, I lied.
It happens.
So Victini comes out, gets hit by Judgment, and immediately gets annihilated. That poor little goober had no chance. It was a sacrificial lamb. But Very, very wise getting the attack boost on fucking gouging fire in fucking Groudon Sun.
Two-wave misses though.
Yeah. Earthquake does nothing, and then it just gets blasted by Precipice Blades. So here comes back out Slurpuff to do a little bit of Slurpuff action. Does a little yawn on Groudon, which is pretty funny. So, gets scared into fucking Lilligant, but surprise, I have Aromatherapy, surprise, Victory Dance, but also Toxic for your troubles.
Red card gets it out of there.
The red card. Glow King and the Wish. Oh my god, things are getting a little crazy. Tries for the Toxic again, which is interesting. Tries for the Toxic a third time. This Lilligant is more poison than anyone's ever been. Starts going for the Wish. Getting a little greedy with this Slurpuff. Gets punished. Unless the plan was always to get this... I don't know. Solgaleo comes out. Necrozma, Dusk, fucking...
It cannot be faster. It cannot be faster than this. I don't know what this DD is. Gets killed.
Gets killed and dies.
Arc Flying comes in.
Takes close combat.
Yeah.
Starts setting up Calm Mind. And now it's up to the fucking Arc to stop the Boeing Hitmen. I was gonna say, I don't know if we can make jokes about this, but I'm pretty sure we already made jokes. I'm pretty sure we...
Flare does a lot to +2 Arc. I just want to note that. 29% to a +2 Spadev Arceus. Come on now.
I was gonna say, I don't know if we can make jokes about the Boeing, like, whistleblowers, but then I realized we almost certainly made a joke about Trump getting shot today.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Nothing matters anymore. Yeah. Arc just kind of chilling. Arc just vibing in his own element. Gets roared out, though.
Roared. The roar is really bad. And Blood Moon is just not able to do anything. But it does mean, I guess, Arc can't be roared. Yeah. Start setting up Calm Minds again. Right in front of Slowking's goofy ass. And Burn is actually not a terrible, like...
It's much better than being Toxic right now.
Yeah, 100%. Especially since this is Special Arc. Unfortunately, it just cannot get the kill with Judgment.
He just like basically bounces off of it.
So Arc decides to go for a little something more. Now has to deal with Kick Chicken, but with the +3, I mean, it's tough. It's tough for Steven now. Gets hit by Judgment, Blaziken's down. Reshiram comes in. Tries recovering, which is interesting. Draco does nothing.
I mean, it does a lot considering the Calm Minds, but it's just not enough.
Yeah, just not enough at all. Slowking gets O-Code.
Recovers again. We're down to 2 recovers.
And it's tough. Groudon gets killed. Groudon fucking owned. And then Reshiram, I mean, it's done. It's done.
Yeah.
Arc saves the game.
Huge comeback.
From
Arceus.
From, like, what could have been a 4-0 to Arceus saving the fucking world from destruction.
Yeah. So, yeah, let's give this teams a look. I guess we'll talk about Xrossed Team first. I don't know if is around. But oh yeah, he is. He's in the audience now. So let me.
What's up?
Hi.
We got Man, they fucking the poke piss hates your team right now. You can't see 3 of these guys.
Yeah. At some point.
Yeah, we got
So before we start, and this is nothing against Steven, I did not have a team set up. I think I put something together like I want to say like I had time before, but I literally you can see a lot of copy paste going on here. Like there's not a whole lot of like counterplay going on, so I do want to say like I got super lucky. I didn't because at first like I was like, oh, okay, I'm 4 down. I'm not gonna be able to win this. But then once I looked at everyone's move sets, I was like, oh, if I just save Arceus to the end, I can just call Mind Sweep.
Yeah.
And then the only thing to really worry about was Blaziken, like which I'm pretty sure I just one shot.
Yeah.
So, I feel like all the comments are true. This was definitely a scuffed game, but I guess I don't know. We take those.
You gotta take those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have the like kind of? I think this is like a pretty similar gouge to the last game.
I think the only difference is crunch on this one.
Yeah. Pretty similar gouge to the last game. Like that makes sense. Kind of came Sun photosynthesis. All makes sense. Yeah. You have the Ursaluna.
That was the one thing I was kind of like peeved about because towards the end I was like, if I get this Will-O-Wisp off, Ursaluna does survive Persephone Blades, and then with the Moonlight boost, I would just get full health, and then that would be able to sweep instead, so it wouldn't just be an Arceus sweep. But I guess that story can't be written, so we got Arceus instead. But that was probably like the one thing I was like, oh, okay, I can actually turn my brain on, start doing this. I was like, oh no, never mind, denied.
Yeah.
But it was okay.
Yeah, the Cosma is like, so it's like Akka for the fire moves. That makes sense. It's like a DD set, like.
Yeah, we don't talk about the Dragon Dance.
Yeah, it happens. We all have forgotten something exists that's in our face sometimes. It's just.
Well, I feel like, and maybe it was just me overthinking like early on too, where it's like some of it's just like. And I mean, he could switch here. Like, I think the thing that comes to mind is we'll kind of talk about like Victini. Is like, okay, Victini comes in. He must want to save the Arceus.
Yeah.
And I got punished for it. But, sometimes like, oh, just don't take the hard read, just play it out. But it all worked out.
Yeah, you got the
same Arceus, same thing.
Fucking yeah, like pretty makes sense. I mean, it fucking did work. It fucking good. So
it had the exact set I needed. So yeah, can't complain.
Yeah, a lot of Will-O-Wisps are kind of trapped, but it happens. Yeah. The Victini, who just kind of got mispositioned, immediately died. I didn't think it was when I like looked in the game. I wasn't expecting it to be Celebrate, TBH, but kind of makes sense. I mean, that makes for a strong sword power for sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to use the Z stones, and it's like, well, what gets something either useful or funny, and it more often just comes down to this would be funny if this popped off. But
yeah, Celebrate Bikini definitely is definitely strong, but you don't gotta feel pressured to use the Z status. It's just if you think it's gonna go, go for it. But yeah, just didn't quite work out this time. Yeah, and then you got the red card slip buff. It's just like honestly, this thing stayed alive for way longer than I expected. It's just like
same here.
It just didn't want to die. It just chilled. Double status is kind of chad.
Yeah. This is one of those like last slurp buff always ends up being like last minute what I want to throw on this thing, and it came down to like, well, I could put on an attack. Well, the attack was going to be Endeavor, so I was like, okay, we'll just do that. But then I was like, it would be cooler if there was some more interaction by Yawn to force switches, because I know last time my opponent played, it was the same thing where it was like, what's his name? Hisuian Lilligant would stack and then go to town. But once I got Toxic, I was like, well, I guess we're just doing this now. So, but we did force some stuff with Yawn. The Wish play sucked, but got a little longer than I wanted to. We did see Aromatherapy get played just to heal itself, but it mattered. It was fast. It got Toxic faster than it would have.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Final thoughts?
I think like it's unfortunate I didn't have time to really prep for this match, and I still think if I could redo anything I would probably take more time to put in a more diverse plan of attack against this team. But again, like Arceus is just kind of hyper busted in the right situation, so
it happens.
It worked out.
So it's chill. I mean, 5-minute prep time is just kind of one of the realities of draft. Sometimes you just having a busy week and it happens, but good shit. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, appreciate it.
So we just so first of all, before in between this, before we look at Steven's team, which I'll bring Hazel in. But before we look at Steven's team, I'm gonna put actually, Hazel, can we put? I guess I'm asking you and not Steven, but do you think we can put the text on the stream, the group chat?
Yeah.
Okay. This is apparently what Steven said immediately after the game in the group chat. So pretty good. But yeah. So let's look at Dish.
Yeah. So. I mean, there's some clear stuff, Groudon's gonna come. This was also kind of just thrown together. I wasn't expecting Steven to play as early as he did.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got we got a Reshiram says kind of normal Reshiram stabs support moves. I think.
Dude, I'm shocked this Reshiram wasn't Specs. I thought it was Specs because of how much damage it was doing to CM work.
Reshiram's move there is just a strong move. Yeah. It is 252 modest. Yeah.
Hazel, can you please stop saying Reshiram? It's really freaking me out.
What?
I have never heard anyone else call it Reshiram. It's Reshiram. Everyone I've ever met has said that.
Well, that's how I've always said it. I don't know what to tell you.
It is Reshiram officially, but it doesn't matter. It's okay.
I get it. It makes sense for it to not be pronounced the same as Zekrom, but I don't know. I see that, and I think, oh yeah, that's Reshiram.
Anyways, yeah, but
I guess to not scare Morgan, I will make myself say Reshiram.
Thank you.
Yeah, or you can just say Boeing Hit Dragon.
This Hit Dragon was, Boots Defog, for the reasons you would put on Boots Defog. I think there was a bit of discussion about fourth move. Yeah, I was saying probably Roost Defog, but he ended up with Willow, which was fine. I think it would have been good for that Arceus at the end to be paralyzed rather than burned, but I don't know. I think that's his first experience getting Calm Mind fucked.
Yeah.
He underestimated the power there. Right? Speaking of Arceus flying, Lilligan ended up also having defog, even though I said like that should definitely be ice move. He might have just forgotten to do that, which is a little sad because that would have probably killed the Arceus there. But I don't know. Sometimes you forget.
Yeah.
Can I get a Slowking?
This is just Slowking. This is just Slowking.
It's literally just Slowking. Can I get a Slowking?
It's very normal. This is probably straight off Smogon, basically. Like,
yeah. I think we like discussed each move and then just ended up with the most normal Slowking ever. I think it is like the same as last week's, but
yeah. This Arceus Ghost is Judgment Ice Beam. Judgment Ice Beam recover fourth move, and fourth move is Calm Mind, and yet it is 252 to attack Jolly.
Wait, what? Huh?
I think Steven might have a problem with not knowing the difference between attack and special attack.
Maybe. I didn't notice that until just now.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
It is there. Yeah.
I wonder if that Ice Beam would have like one shot the Ursaluna.
It might have done stuff if it wasn't this.
If it would, yeah. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it might have been. I think it might have been a Swords Dance set briefly. I think that's what he went with first, and then I was like, Calm Mind's probably better, special attack's probably better here, and then he just forgot.
Yeah. Blaziken's super normal.
Blaziken is Blaziken. Yeah. Poison Jab for there was probably a Fairy type on.
There was not Whimsicott. No, that's different.
Primarina.
Primarina and
right.
Primarina and there was fucking Slurpups. You know, two fairies like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sense. Firefighting is very good, like stab. So you don't really need like that much. Like you don't need that much else, anyways.
Yeah, and swords. I mean, yeah, Blaziken is a little lacking in power sometimes, so you slap the sword stance on it.
I mean, overall, like, you know, as slapped together as the team is, I mean, it did almost win.
It almost won. Yeah, it just had a bit of a Calm Mind moment.
Yeah. Which really is just, you know, a new player, like game knowledge positioning thing, where you just don't you don't expect how fucking hard Calm Mind can fuck you, but it happens.
Yeah. It literally happens to the best of us. Calm Mind is one of the best moves of the game.
Yeah. Anyways, I think that wraps it up. I'm gonna open up the rankings page. We can look at the rankings. Since we're 2 weeks in now, they're kind of be a little more interesting. I think that'll be the end of the draft stream here. So, up at the top, we actually have Tristana here.
Let's go.
Tristana Morgan Ray are 2-win gamers. 8-6-4 on differentials.
I can't believe that I'm like second place right now. That's fucked up.
The 1-1 squad. 1 squad. We got all these.
Oh fuck! I forgot to take Yakuza off the screen. Hold on. Sorry.
We got all these lovely gamers at 1-1. Including myself, Lilly, and Hazel, and Faye. A lot of the biggest killers from the first league. A lot of the biggest killers from the first league have already taken a loss. So, you know, you never know. It's new territory. It's a new horizon. And then, down here we got Ribbon, Funyonion, and Diana. Haven't taken their wins yet, but, you know, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I'm not counting anybody out right now. These rankings basically are still meaningless, to be honest, but they're fun to look at.
Yeah,
they give us something to latch onto.
Here's something for all of you to keep in mind. I made it to playoffs. I lost the first half of the entire league.
Yeah, like last year, like yeah, like it was tough. Yeah.
Like I'm definitely in a better position here. There's a good chance I could fumble. That second place is very easy to fumble at this point.
Yeah.
You can go from second to last in a second if you're not careful. Hopefully that doesn't happen though.
Yeah, like I think that pretty much concludes everything. Thank you everybody who stopped by, who joined the stream, and who's in the draft league obviously. Everybody who chatted. Everybody in the fucking like everybody who joined the stage. I'm a hop off. I will see you all later. And Morgan, you can clean up your stream, finish up whatever you're doing. So, see you everybody. Bye. Good night.
Goodbye. All right. Yeah, it's 12 o'clock. Fuck, I didn't think we were gonna go this long. But even if I knew, like, I have a headache. Can I say goodnight to Luigi? I will. I'm saying goodnight to him right now. Good night, Luigi. I will do the Luigi's Mansion finale tomorrow. And we'll do, like, a variety hour with that and the beginning of Doom Eternal. Because Doom Eternal, I imagine, is going to be at, like, a weird time. Like, weird in terms of how long it takes anyways. It's going to be, like, I think it's going to be, like, over 10 hours, but not by that much. That's my estimation for how long that playthrough will take. So it's good to have a shorter part 1. Who gives a fuck? We can do anything. But I'll do that tomorrow. And we will have fun, and we will play. And then Thursday is probably going to be the Undertale Gauntlet. Undertale Pacifist Gauntlet. So, that's gonna be it for tonight's stream. I want to thank you all for coming. Hope you all have a good night and take care. I will be back tomorrow with Luigi's Mansion and Doom Eternal, and if I'm not, it's because, I don't know, I got, like, another headache or something. Sorry. Good night, everyone.